Hello, hello, hello. Okay, hi. I'm starting way later than I planned. I forgot to set an alarm. And then when I sat down to start streaming, I got a phone call and I was like, So, my goal today had been to finish all of Minami's route and try to get to Toka's route, but because I'm starting like 3 hours later than I planned, I don't know how far we're gonna get. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. The first thing I wanted to do was the Sanity stuff. So we're gonna start with that and see what happens. And I'm gonna turn my headsets down because the music's way louder on my side right now, but I'm excited because this is the route I've been the most excited for. I'm also really excited to get to Toka's at some point soon, but might not be today. Alright, so we're gonna... So the first thing we're gonna do is the sanity, losing our sanity, so... This is gonna take a minute. Oh, let's see. I don't believe, maybe it's okay. I wanna help him. I'm trying to remember... Those ones are all love related. I'm trying to remember the next... Okay, I think this is the good one. I'm trying to figure out when the first sanity happened, and I think it was when we first ran into Minami. This one I'm not going to do too many saves for. I'm just going to try. There it is. There's that sanity meter. So the first one we're just getting crazy. You know what? Why not? Let's save here. Let's save on one. All right. I believe in Minami. Minami. I'll believe you, Minami. He loves. He's so crazy. That makes me so happy. Thank you. Also, our AC's not on. I just feel like mentioning this. It's really cold in our house. I'm shivering, and I have a blankie, and I put on long sleeves intentionally because I also put this on because it says "Eat Me." You can't even read it. But it seemed like the right color scheme for Minami's route. That makes me so happy. I should be thanking you. With you by my side, I feel like I can keep going. No, I should thank you. No, it's me who should thank you. No, I insist. We're acting pretty silly. We are. Let's go then. From now on, it's just you and me. He extended his hand, which I took, but then... Huh? A sudden sharp pain shot through me. Is that? Okay. I quickly jerked away. What was that? That was such a shock. Maybe some kind of static? Maybe. I did feel like a static shock, but... As I spoke, I felt a warmth from my pocket. It was the Khalifa petal. Curious, I reached into my mop pocket, but Minami forcefully grabbed my hand. We shouldn't linger. Someone dangerous might show up. Let's go. You're the only dangerous one, Minami. I heard a familiar voice as Minami's hand was yanked away from mine. Seiya! I'm glad I gave you that Khalifa petal. I immediately took the petal out of my pocket, but what I saw wasn't a petal but a black sand-like substance. Are we there yet? No. Actually, did my insanity go up? There it is. Look at her insanity meter. The Khalifa petal was completely withered. No need for me to explain why, right? There it is. Oh, I forgot. That's right. This is the nice thing about 9 R.I.P. It has a font change when you get back to stuff you've read before. Oh, Seiya maneuvered the chain and threw it towards Minami once more. Please stop. Instinctively, I grabbed Seiya to hold him. Why are you trying to stop me? He's a demon. He wants to corrupt you. But I knew that Seiya was trying to tell me what Seiya was trying to tell me, and yet I can't bring myself to doubt Minami. Minami watched silently. His eyes were locked on me. You're not a demon, right, Minami? You said so yourself. Minami's smile faded, replaced by a vulnerable look he had when we met. These hands. I'm sorry, but...
悪魔だから何？いけないの？それって差別じゃない？
But if I am a demon, is that wrong? Isn't that discrimination? His smirking, devilish grin crept up the corner of his mouth.
焼いたり刺したり殺したりしてないんだからいいじゃん。
I didn't burn or stab you. I didn't kill you. What's the problem?
ああ、でもちょっぴり怖い夢は見せちゃったかな。
I might have caused you a few nightmares. Teehee. Those dreams. You were the ones that did that to me? My whole world darkened. The person I trusted, he wasn't even human. He was a demon. My head swirled and I felt dizzy. Thankfully, Seiya was there to steady me. Stay calm. If you lose control, you won't be able to return home. Okay. See, the font changed. We've done this before. We're just getting the insanity first. Don't worry about the affection meter. That's not what we're here for. We'll do what we gotta do. We'll go with the answers we've already seen. I wish there was a way to just drop your sanity. Actually, maybe there was. Maybe I could have. Yes. I like the investigation music. I would love, I know there is one in the making. I know there's a demo out for it. I know Blurdy has played it where they're a detective. And I'm very curious about, I would love a like Ace Attorney, Professor Layton style Otome game, like where you're searching for clues but also finding the love of your life. Like, hear me out. What a great time. I'm curious about Minami's words. Minami. Yui has already passed away as in her previous life, right? Do you really think she'll be able to help me find a way home? Seiya's eyed me with a hint of skepticism. Listen, he can influence me all he likes, okay? I'm down. Minami influenced you, didn't he? He really is terrible, don't you think? How did you know? Because you were ready to go, but then you hesitated. It was quite obvious. I'm sorry, but I really think Minami has a point. Listen, you're being swayed by a demon. A hot demon. Listen. He wears high heels. I can't even do that. Do you know how impressive that is? That's a lot of work. I'm trying to cross my leg. I actually brought my table down lower intentionally. And it started to, so my chair arm's right here, and it started to sit on the chair arm, and then it popped. So I'm gonna have to be very careful with this new table. You're being swayed by a demon. You realize how vulnerable you've become, don't you? Listen. I don't blame you, given your circumstances, but would you please trust me a little more? He reprimanded me gently, yet his furrowed brow betrayed how saddened he was by the exchange. Why am I letting myself get confused like this? I already decided to trust Seiya to help me return home. I reached out tentatively to the crystal ball and again heard the voice in my mind.
まあ少しでも俺の言葉に耳を傾けたのは褒めてやらなくもないけど。
What a pain in the ass that guy is. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of getting you to listen to me even a little. His voice ceased as my hand touched the crystal. Bleh. We've read that before. We've done this already. We're only picking answers we've already done because I want to get through this part fast. I still want to know about his eyes. His eyes. That's reassuring. Yeah. We're specifically picking Seiya intentionally, because sometimes you don't go between both stories, and I don't want to risk it. Try to pick ones I'm pretty sure I've asked already. You may be right. Deep down, I knew Minami was manipulating me, but part of me still thought his idea had merit. Minami has a point. As I entertained his idea, the unsettling feeling I had before began to fade. It wasn't completely gone, but I felt better.
前向きに考えてくれているみたいで嬉しいよ。
I'm glad you're considering my idea. That pleases me to no
これ
end.
からも俺の言葉に委ねて。
I want you to keep listening to me.
さあ、そろそろ深く眠れ。お前の命が尽きないように。
Now, time for a deep, deep sleep. We wouldn't want you dying prematurely, would we? Oh, look, he let me go to sleep. His words dragged me towards darkness. I felt Minami's presence fade. Then I drifted into a deep sleep. And then I awoke. And it was a new day. Trying to remember which one it was. Remember me. I am curious how Minami's is gonna work out, given we're pretty much with Seiya the whole time. Like we're staying at Seiya's place. Dislikes? Weaknesses and dislikes are not the same thing. There are various possibilities, but the most likely one at this point is... Oh yeah, we're losing it here. The burden of handling Minami. I wonder if Minami is my burden. Oh, we're so losing it. Okay. Minami was trying to take my soul. He knew about the god that stalked me too. Maybe he really was my burden. I think this is the right part where I can put a marker just so. I can't say for sure though, because my impression of Minami has been changing recently. I've seen signs that he wasn't evil. In reality, he seemed to care about me, unlike his intimidating presence in my dream. If he's my burden, I must confront the wicked Minami who appeared in my dreams. If I sleep, I'll see him there for sure. Hiccups. The Khalifa tree's presence made even the air of hell seem sweet. Just looking at it gave me peace. Maybe sleeping here will lessen Minami's evil power in my dreams. Hoping his evil nature would appear subdued by the air of the Khalifa tree, I closed my eyes and drifted off to sleep. As I fell into the darkness, Minami's voice echoed in my mind.
お前から会いに来てくれるなんてこんなに嬉しいことはない。
I never thought I'd be so happy to have you visit me on your own.
俺に身も心も委ねる日もそう遠くはなさそうだね。
Soon you might give yourself to me entirely. His presence feels less painful now. The dream Minami still has an ominous aura about him, and I immediately wanted to wake up. Why do you seem so dark in my dreams?
当たり前だ。悪魔なんだからね。
I'm a demon, duh. That's not it. The real you is kinder.
何を言ってる?
What are you talking about? Not the you in my dreams, the real you, the one I actually talk with. He's much kinder than you think he is. He paused, something in him wavering.
目ざとい。どうしてお前にはわかるのかな。いや、お前だからこそわかるのか。
Ooh, she's sharp. How did she figure that out? Or maybe she's the only one who could figure it out. Is Minami's outward appearance like a previous person that he's haunted? He seemed to be talking to himself, and I got the sense his words weren't meant for me.
だからこそ俺はお前の魂を奪わないといけない。俺が悪魔であるために。
All the more reason for me to take her soul. I need to take her soul if I'm going to stay a demon. What does that mean? Enough for today. Ooh, leaving my questions unanswered, he vanished from my dream. What's happening? I felt my curiousness floating as if being pulled back to reality. I get the feeling I didn't sleep for very long. I thought back on my conversation. In my dream, I had been so focused on enduring his presence I wasn't thinking straight, but something's off. Minami said he needed my soul to stay a demon. Does that mean without my soul, he's not one? Is he not fully a demon? Is something about his transformation incomplete? Maybe he's not actually a demon. I feel like that makes sense, actually. He's done things I dislike, but I've seen him be kind to me as well. He was complex. There's still so much I need to learn about him, but I feel like I'm starting to understand Minami more than before. Minami. Interesting. I'm curious. I'm excited. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Mom says they must be worried about me. Sayaka, how's she holding up, I wonder? How you doing, girl? How's you and your puppy? What will happen when I return? I've been missing for so long. I bet everyone will be pretty upset, huh? Not to mention, once I get back, I'll have to start thinking about my future again. My future. I felt my chest thump with anxiety and my breathing grew strained. Once I get back home, I'll have to worry about all this again. I thought being in hell was tough, but nothing was going to change when I got back. Whether here and in hell, back in home, or in the mortal realm, the hardships would continue. I let out a heavy sigh. I didn't want to think about anything. I just wanted to rest. Maybe I'll sleep a little. I don't even care if Minami shows up. The nightmares with Minami's ominous aura were torturous to me. But at least that place wasn't hell, and it wasn't the mortal realm either. It was a dream, a place of freedom. In the dream, there was no stress. I don't want to think anymore. My consciousness faded into the darkness. Ba-ba-ba-da. This is a dream, right? I found myself standing in darkness. Minami isn't here, so is it just me in the dream? I looked around. In previous dark spaces, various scenes floated in the air view. What? Upon closer inspection, I found the scene where familiar people. I found the scenes where familiar people and places. Tentatively, I reached out. The moment my fingertips touched, one color exploded before my eyes. In response, I inadvertently shut my eyes. What is this? It's so creepy. I have to wake up soon. This is... The previous strange world was gone, replaced with my living room. Did I make it back to the mortal realm? That seems impossible. But a sense of joy bubbled up from deep within me.
聞いているの?
Mia, are you listening? Mom? I hadn't been in hell for very long yet. It felt as though I hadn't seen my mom in decades. Mom,
進路のプリントのこと、どうして黙っていたの?
Why didn't you tell me about your career path survey? In an instant, my blood froze. My mom's piercing gaze felt like it was splitting me in two.
どういうつもり? あなたの人生はあなただけのものではないのよ。
What were you thinking? Your life doesn't belong just to you. You know that, right? I hated hearing those words from my
きちんと
mother.
してくれないと困るわ。私の言う通りにしていなさいね。あなたの将来は私のためにあるのよ。
You've got to take responsibility. Do as I say. Your future is for my sake. That's not my mom. No. My feet began to move on their own. I had to get out of here. Then in the next moment, what's happening? This is the station, the shopping mall. I didn't realize they were connected. Wasn't I just home?
ねえ、あんた人生舐めてるでしょ。
You're underestimating the obstacles, aren't you? My sister appeared suddenly, glaring at me with a displeasure.
私は何でも自分で決めて自分の道を進んできたってのに。
I've always
それ
made
に
my
比
own
べてあん
decisions,
たはダメすぎ。
paving my way. You're nothing like that. Why would you say that? Her searing words hurt me. I've never heard my sister sound
自
so
分のこ
harsh.
とも決められないなんて。そりゃ母さんも怒鳴りたくなるよ。しっかりしろって。
You can't make your own decisions. I don't blame Mom for getting upset. Now get a grip on yourself. This isn't real. It's all a dream. Just a dream.
へえ、まだ決めてなかったんだ。
Are you serious? You still haven't decided?
大丈夫なの？出遅れも出遅れじゃん。これじゃ卒業後どころか人生全く安心できないね。
Will you be alright? You're way behind. At this rate, it's not just your life after graduation I'm worried about, but your entire future. No. Everyone, please stop. Why are you being so cruel to me? Stop blaming me. Stop pressuring me. I can't take it anymore. If this is my reality, then
いらない。そうだろ。
you don't want it, right? Oh, Minami. Back in the familiar dark place, Minami's voice echoed in my ear. Thank goodness, it was just a nightmare. I could say, thank goodness, it's Minami. But it wasn't really, was
今
it?
はねえ。でも、いずれは現実になる。お前がいつまでもそんなことではねえ。
For now, it's not. But it will be when you return home if you carry on like this. I'll be fine. If I do my best, it won't turn out like that. It won't turn out like this. Becoming like this.
できるのか？今まで逃げてばかりいた。
Are you sure about that? You're running out of time. I had no reply. He was right.
俺ならお前の悩みを消してやれる。ただし。
Fear not, I can relieve your stress, but under one condition, a soul pact. He smirked. What will become of me if I give you my soul?
悩みから解放される。
You'll be free from all your stress. Yeah, but what will happen? Selling my soul to him? A demon? That's crazy, and yet his offer tempted me. I don't want this stress anymore. I want to escape hell to go home. But that's impossible. But that's not possible. Even if I return to the mortal realm, a dark future is all that Even if I return to the mortal realm, a dark future was all that awaited. then I will give you my soul. So hurry. Free me from this nightmare, from this reality.
いいだろう。契約成立だ。
Very well, our pact is formed. I heard something snap, a dry, cracking noise.
お前をすべてから解放し、無にしてあげよう。おやすみ。
Orasumi. Ooh, that's nice. I will liberate you from everything, turn you into nothing. Good night, Leah. I feel him entering me, so I am Yui something Jeopardy. We'll figure that one out later. Ending. Square, square, square. Bigger square, 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 bigger square. It's my guess. Did I screenshot it? We'll figure it out. Alright, now we're gonna find Minami's route. Minami. Okay. This one, okay. Okay, let's see. Let's work together. If you didn't like that answer, hang on. Just kidding. Just kidding. Kidding, Minami. We'll actually skip to this one then, because if I chose the other answer, that means he liked that answer. I don't know. Oh, did I finish that? Seiya too had been kind to me. He taught me so much. It doesn't seem bad either. Gosh, I'm so confused. Could one of them be lying?
どちらを信じるのがいいかわからないのでしょう
Could one of them not be
あま
telling
り
the
悩むのはい
truth?
けませんよ
I understand you're uncertain about who to believe, but you mustn't stress so
曖昧な
much.
心に入り込むのが得意な悪魔の餌食となりますから
You might become vulnerable to the demon. They prey on anxious, but I'm at a loss for what to
それ
do.
なら南ともう一度会って確かめてきてはどうです
Why not go see Minami yourself? He's probably right. I need to find out for myself or I'll always be unsure who to trust. I think I will.
私か南
I will go see. I will find Minami. Okay. I want to believe Seiya. I didn't say anything about affection going up, so we're just gonna go with that. Just because. That makes sense, right? Right. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I can rely on Seiya. He's the one who I have right now anyway. Thank you for offering to help. I'll gladly accept your offer. Is something wrong?
いえ何でもありません頼ってくださるのは私にとって願ってもないことですから
It's nothing. I hoped you'd rely on me after
で
all,
す
but
がそう簡単に私を信用していいのですか
are you sure it's okay to trust me so quickly? I'm making an effort to trust you. Seiya gave me a big smile, but it seemed oddly forced, which made me
優
feel
しいです
uneasy.
ねあなたは
You're very
信
kind,
用をす
Leah.
るために努力してくださるなんて
Making an effort to trust me like
なん
that.
て優しい人なんでしょう
Such a pure heart.
努力が必要な信用など私のこの笑顔と同じ出来の悪い不細工な作り物に等しい
A forced sense of trust, like my forced smile, such an ugly facade. He seemed to see through my answer. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm not sure if I can trust you yet, even if I wanted to. Which reminds me, look what I've made for the Verche route. I have a list. This is every single thing. Ignore my ugly nails right now. And then all the routes I still need to do with the checklist. And then I have Drifter listed, but I don't know what's happening in the Drifter's route, so I don't know what's gonna happen there. I like my little notebook though. No matter how sensitive I try to be, if you hide your true feelings from me, I can't guarantee I'll be able to understand you. I'm sorry, I'll try to be more open. Guess I shouldn't try to hide anything from Seiya. No, it's fine. Hide things from Seiya. Seiya's just a man. You don't have to keep... That was a thought. We're fine. Thoughts are fine. Oh, perfect. It's his time to shine. Oh, no, wait. This is... We'll go here, but I think this is the one we've already done. Because sometimes the first one you go to both. Sometimes you go to one. I need to be careful how I phrase this. What does that mean? We're just gonna save over things. There's not enough save spots. Asking him for a favor was the last thing I wanted to do, but I didn't see any other option. Please just tell me. I bowed low, hearing Minami cackle above me. You look so pathetic. This is so rich. But you're really mad at me, huh? I bet this is really getting to you, isn't it? I looked up to find Minami's laughing, clearly amused at my predicament. I clenched my teeth and persisted, I need to know, please. What to do? Maybe if you find a way to entertain me some more, then maybe I'll tell you. Dislikes. Did we do this? Okay. Yeah, we did. Making sure. Minami's perspective. After seeing her off, I wandered around, just killing time by walking the streets. Man, if only I could get her away from Seiya, then Leah would be all mine. The way she acted back there was just way too entertaining. I couldn't stop thinking about her. In the mortal realm, Leah hated conflict, but it doesn't matter if I die. It was so unexpected, so comical, so absurd. We'd only just parted ways, and yet I already longed to be with Leah again. I wonder when I'll see her next. God, what am I thinking? I've got to focus on getting that soul pack, not hanging out with her. Maybe I don't need to rush things just yet. After all, it'd be pretty boring around here without her. I like that his voice, it still has like Roddy in there. I mean, he can't, that's his voice, right? But like, you can tell it has like a different inflection in it. I enjoy it. Oh, Minami. Just leave him. It's fine. I think thank you was the right answer. Some of them I just leave because you can get a little affection on both meters and it doesn't affect the overall story. Thank you. Yeah. And he's like, whoa. She thanked me and I'm like, yeah, I know, right? I'm a generous person. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I'd be fine if I get a couple of Seiya's rights, as long as I keep building up his. Just in case, we'll save again. So I don't mess it up. Just to save us the dialogue. He's in the faculty room. Why is he in here? I walked by the I like that he has like the rave music. I walked by the faculty room and spotted Minami lying on a desk looking bored. It seemed rather fitting that he would choose to lay on the vice principal's desk. Minami, you know this place will return to the mortal realm. Don't mess things up too much. I saw documents scattered on the floor and realized he had made a mess to have a place to lie down.
そんなの俺に関係ないもん。
I don't care. I sighed and started picking up the scattered papers on the ground.
ねえ、用事終わった？終わったならさっさと帰るぞ。
Finish what you needed to do? Come on, let's head back already. I have to wait for the right time. I think it's soon, though.
ふん。なら暇つぶしに付き合ってよ。お前のせいでここに来てるんだからそれくらいいいでしょ。
Oh, I just remembered I bought a necklace. I was gonna wear it for his route because he's got a choker on. I don't know if I can find it. Ooh, we'll see. Then how about killing some time with me? You dragged me here after all. Frankly, it's the least you could do. Fine, wanna chat for a bit then?
じゃあそれで。話す内容はお前が考えてね。つまんなかったらお仕置きするから。
Sure, that's fine, but you pick the topic and I'll punish you if it's boring. He is so self-centered. What should we talk about? Horns! His horns are fake, actually. Oh shoot, I forgot I wasn't supposed to save over that save. Oh well, it's fine. Address. Address. We'll go back. I was actually curious, are those horns natural?
んなわけないじゃん。こんなのあったままだと寝返り打った時痛くて仕方ないだろう。
Of course not. Imagine me tossing and turning in bed. It would be super painful. Yeah, but so you put them on?
その言い方もどうなの？お前言葉のセンスないな。
Why would you put it like that? Seriously, think of a better way to say that. Excuse
これは
me?
ね、俺の大切な一部なの。悪魔って言ったら角じゃん？
They're an important part of me. I mean, when you think of a demon, you think of horns, right? I
これ
guess.
があれば見た目も悪魔ってわかるからね。
So long as I have these, I look like a real demon, huh? He suddenly looked glum, and I felt somewhat unexpected towards him. I wonder if there's a deeper meaning there. I wanted to ask him, but it felt like his expression had suddenly gone dark, so I decided to refrain. Oh, interesting. I went too far. I was curious, so I kept going. All right, let's load that back up. We're gonna change the question to address. Address? Where do you sleep, Minam? It really meant address. I was like, is it address or address?
なになに？俺んちが気になっちゃう？
What's this? Are you interested in what my home is like? It's not necessarily.
せいやのとこなんていないでうちに来てもいいんだよ。隣で眠ってあげるから。
Why don't you just leave Seiya's place and come to mine? I'll sleep next
お
to
前
you.
が寝入ったのがわかると俺もすぐ悪夢を見させられるからね。
As soon as you're asleep, I can give you a truly horrible nightmare. No, thank you. Seriously?
すっごくいいところなのにな。盗んできたもので飾り立ててあって、それは楽しい空間だから。
Such a nice place. I have all these things I've stolen on display. It's such a fun space. Things you've
普
stolen?
通じゃん。 自分で買うなんてばっからしいもん。
Yeah, it's a normal thing to do. What else would I do? Buy them
欲
myself?
しいものは奪って手に入れた方が手にした時の喜びもひとしよ。
If I steal the things I want, it makes them even more precious to have. That's a very Minami thing to do.
お前もすぐにせいやから奪ってあげるから楽しみに待っててね。家に連れて帰ってあげる。
Don't worry, I'll steal you from Seiya very soon. You just wait, then I'll take you to my home. Feeling in danger, I discreetly took a step back from him. She's like, okay, okay, bye. Bye now. That was a good one. I like that. I gave up writing. Gotta remember, otherwise it makes me do it again. I stepped back, not wanting to lead him on. I trust you, Seiya, but that's all it is. I made my feelings clear in both words and body language. Seiya responded with a wary
それな
smile.
ら結構です。信頼こそが私た
Trust.
ちには必要なものですから。
That's fine. For our purposes, trust is what we need more than anything else. Despite his words, his tone seemed sad, making me feel a bit
それで
guilty.
はお気をつけて。
Well then, be careful, alright? Alright. He turned and quickly left the room. His departure left me feeling lonely and yet somewhat embarrassed. I realized that I had grown accustomed to... No, I'd grown to expect that he'd treat me with affection. I should go. I should go. Eager to dismiss these thoughts, I hurried outside. Practically ran. Do. There's son Leroy. Alright, he made a valid point. Being taken to hell without my consent, I had every right to be angry. Yeah, but that's fine. Again, I know I got a couple of Minami's right. I don't know if this should really affect Minami. Minami. Okay. Yeah, it's frustrating, sure. This is like the three-way call for Mean Girl. And he's like, did you hear that, Toka? I was taken away to this strange place and my life was in danger. Classic. Of course I was angry.
だよねだよね。怒って当然でしょ。
Right, exactly. It's a natural reaction. I can't believe it. Minami and I are actually agreeing on something.
あいつ性格悪いって絶対。お前をこんなところに連れてきて苦しめてさ。
I bet you anything that guy has a terrible personality, bringing you here, making you suffer. Bad personality? Seriously, Minami, you're one to talk. I blurted the words out and his eyes widened. Why? You nervous?
確かに。
Good point. Why are you
悪魔
laughing?
が性格悪いのは本当だし、お前も言うようになったね。
I mean, yeah, demons have bad personalities, but look at you starting to talk back to me. I really didn't understand Minami. He wanted to hurt me, yet sometimes it felt like he's trying to help me. Oh, I did want to skip the text, actually. Actually.
はい、お待ちだ。いつもの特大パフェね。
Thanks for waiting. Here's your usual extra super duper large parfait. Yay!
あんた、いっつもこれ頼むとき浮かない顔してるね。
You look so glum when you order
うる
this.
さい。黙れ。
Shut up. Just stay out of
はいはい
this.、
悪かったね。
Alright, sorry. I didn't want anybody to know that what I felt like when I ate my parfaits. I'm so annoyed. I scooped up a big dollop of cream and placed it in my mouth. This is pure happiness. Sweets were perfect when I was
そういえば、
irritated.
前に来たあの人間の子、もう来ないの？
They have like Crown Royale back there. What is this? The human girl you came in with before. Any chance to stop by
邪
again?
魔すんな、どっか行け。
Leave me alone. Go away.
ああ、はいはい、悪かったね。可愛い子だったから、また会えたらいいなと思っただけなのに。
Another potential love interest. Okay, just curious. She was cute. Was just hoping to see her again. Snap. Just like that, I lost my temper. I had the manager buy his shirt before I knew it.
あいつに手出してみろ。その口聞けないように引き裂くぞ。
Listen, you lay a finger on her and I'll make sure that loudmouth of yours gets real quiet.
おうやってみたらいい。こんな荒くれどもが徘徊する街だ。
Go right
俺だ
ahead.
ってそう簡単にはやられねえ。
This town's full of tough guys. Trust me, I won't go down without a fight. I see.
か。
But
でも、お前に殺されたら、俺ツケ払えなくなるけど。
if you kill me, who's gonna pay off my tab?
そりゃ困る。
Guess I can't
殺
kill
せね
you
え
then.
な。
Let go of him and patted his shirt to knead out the wrinkles my
悪か
fist
った
has
ね、
made.
本当に。でもあいつが今度この店に来た時話しかけたりしたら殺すから。
Sorry, seriously, but if she comes in here again and you talk to her, I will kill you.
はいはい。あの子を見たら目をつぶすってか。
And if I look at her, you're gonna gouge my eyes
あ、
out
それ
too?
いいかも。
Not a bad idea.
勘弁しろよな。
Give me a break. She belongs to me, only to me. That's why I was frustrated. I gotta get my head straight and focus on stealing her soul. Gotta get that soul. Gotta do my job. Okay. Talk with Minami. I decided to talk more with Minami, so I headed to the pub where I thought he'd be. Minami?
え、なんでここに来るわけ？
What the hell are you doing here? Jeez, when you say it like that, guess I'll just head home. Bye. As I tried to open the door, Minami's hand slammed it shut.
俺に会いたくて来たんでしょ。付き合ってやるよ。
You came to see me, right? I guess I could make time for you. Always with the condescending attitude. But if he's agreeing, I guess that means he's willing to talk with me. So what should we talk about? Oh gosh, the weather. What do you like, Minami?
甘いもの一択。
Sweets, that's it. What?
何その意外だっていう反応は。俺が甘いもの好きじゃいけないわけ？
Why are you reacting like it was unexpected? Do you think I don't like sweets? Oh, that's not it. I was just more surprised that it's the same for me.
ああ、そういえばお前いっつも同じパフェ食べてるよね。
Come to think of it, you are always eating the same parfait.
俺もあれ食べてみたいんだよね。でもお金ないし。
I've always wanted to try it, but I don't have money.
そうだ、今度おごってよ。
I know, next time treat me to a parfait. What? Why should I? But if I treated you, will you give up on my soul?
お前面白いな。悪魔の俺に交渉を持ちかけるなんてさ。
You're hilarious. You really think you can negotiate with a demon? Why not? What do you say?
いいよ。パフェ1万個で手を打ってあげる。
Sure, I'll say yes if you buy me 10,000 parfaits. Over the course of a lifetime, that's not that many. What? Let's put that idea on ice for now.
残念だな。
Let's think of it this way. If a parfait is $5, that's just $50,000. I think it's fine, guys. What a bummer. You know it's impossible. Your soul for $50,000? That seems reasonable. Back to the train station.
これ、俺のなんだよね。知らなかった？
This is mine, you get that, right? Minami kicked Reika away as he spoke. Oh, okay. Hi, delightful! this is the part in the game where she had showed up and was like, "Oh, you're human? Let me possess that." You know what I mean? Reiko flew back and rolled into the open terrain. The door shut and the train departed as if nothing unusual had happened.
姫を守るナイトさながらって感じ?
Tell me, princess, am I your knight in shining armor? His intimidating aura vanished, replaced by a smile. Why?
あ、お前を守るって言ったじゃん。
Didn't I tell you I'd protect you? True, he said that back at the school. I thought he was only talking about saving my soul for himself. But now his actions seem to me at least driven by more than self-interest. Okay, sure. For that single moment, more like single millisecond, you were like a knight.
あれあれ、お前頭どうかしちゃったの?
My Leah, what's gotten into you? What's with the disappointed face? You started this night talk.
当たり前じゃん。俺は否定される存在でしかないんだから。
I wanted you to deny it, obviously. I got the feeling Minami wasn't used to sharing his emotions or enjoying his time with anyone other than himself, which was why he seemed to be very, oh gosh. I know words. I know how to speak. I got this. Which is why he seemed to get flustered when I voiced approval or complimented him. You know, I think I'm starting to understand you, Minami.
はあ?
Wow. Thank you, Minami. You really did save me just now.
まあ、それならいいんだけど。
I mean, if that's the case, so be it. He laughed it off, but I could see his cheeks were slightly flushed.
なんだろうね。助けたり頼られたりすると変な気持ち。こういう心地よさって初めてで気持ち悪い。
When I help you or you rely on me, I feel this weird, gross, comfortable feeling. I've never felt this before. It's weird. He looked embarrassed. Is that my imagination? Perhaps it was just the light of the red moon. But the more times I spent with Minami, the more I realized I might be able to see his true self. He was dangerous, but I found myself drawn in. Classic. I was filled with desire to learn more and more about him. I missed some. Honestly, you could have missed more if I actually started my stream on time. I had so many delays. I forgot to set my alarm this morning, so I woke up at 9. My stream was supposed to start at 8, and then I ate breakfast, and when I sat down to start streaming, I got a phone call, so then it was 11 when I finally started streaming. I was like, oops. My dream had been to finish this route today, but because I have things in a few hours, I know I'm not going to get that far, but that's okay. We're going to hopefully get to at least chapter 7, and then my next stream, I will finish Minami's route and hopefully Toga's route. I felt dizziness overwhelm me. Oh shit. Is he cursing me? I felt weak and swayed. Oh no, I'm dying.
お前ちゃんと寝てないよね。そんなんじゃ死ぬよ。
Not sleeping enough, huh? You keep that up and you'll end up dead. I wonder why I'm not sleeping, Minami. Perhaps it was because I was filled with relief, but I really did feel sleepy. But I slept a lot after I came back from visiting my school, you know that.
眠ったからって全開すると思ってるわけ?
Sleeping won't fully recover you. We talked about this. This is like an affliction. She has an affliction where her health will never be 100% again. It will always be half of what it was prior, which means every single day she's getting closer and closer to 0. She's basically Leon Kennedy. I couldn't think of his name for just a second. Anytime he's injured and he's just like groaning everywhere he goes.
ここの空気に触れ続けていればいくら眠っていても死ぬぞ。
The air here will kill you eventually, no matter how much you rest. Seiya had said something similar before. I feel like I've been getting sleepier more quickly now.
カリファの木がある場所に行け。
Go near the Khalifa tree. What?
あの場所なら少しは空気が清廉でお前の体にはいいだろう。
The air there is more serene. It would do your body good. Like Frosted Flakes? His suggestion caught me off
お
guard.
前の魂は死んでからもらっても意味ないからな。
I don't want your soul if you're dead. You've got to stay alive. Minami's expression was the most gentle I've ever seen from him. He then turned and walked away. Oh my god. He let me go. Ah, so I see, I see, I see. I see. We did the Insanity route ending first, and that one had a different option. Seiya? I don't want to look for Seiya. Did I mess this up? Did I mess this up? No, I couldn't have. It's impossible. That was a new scene. Mess this up. Look. Oh no, he's not at 100. We're not done yet though. Oh no. Is this fine? Is everything fine? It must be fine, right? This Minami. Tell me about Minami. You and Minami seem to go way back. Seiya's face tensed up.
あれが私の知り合い。おぞましいことを口にすべきではありませんよ。
Me and that thing going way back. Please try not to say such horrible things.
汚らわしい。脳裏にあれが浮かんだだけで頭の中が汚れました。
Despicable. Just thinking about him has tainted my mind in good mood. I hope so.
この汚れはあなたのせいですよ。さあ、私の額に浄化の口づけを。
This is your fault. Hurry, kiss my forehead to purify it. What? No. Why do I have to do that anyways? Alright, fine. I get it. You don't want to talk about Minami.
間違いと認めたのなら、さあ、口づけをしな。
Good. Then you admit this is your fault. Now kiss me. Why are you pointing to your lips?
決まっているではありませんか。どさくさに紛れて、あなたとキスをする腹積もりですから。
Isn't it obvious? My intentions are to take advantage of this situation so I could kiss you. Why is he admitting that? I do feel bad, so how about I pick up some Khalifa flowers for you? With that, I ran off. God.
ありがとうございます。
Okay. We're gonna save again. I'm saving because I'm not sure what I've done. I could be fine. Everything could be fine. I'm afraid of going to sleep. If I slept, I would have seen the nightmare again, which meant I'd have to see Minami and deal with his creepy aura again. I doubted he'd be able to take my soul right away, but just thinking about him sends chills down my spine. I wasn't going to be able to sleep now. Maybe I'll take a walk.
待ちなさい。
Wait.
どこに行くつもりですか?
Where do you think you're going? Seiya emerge from behind a pillar, just like, here now. Was he watching? I was just gonna for a stroll. Seiya quickly approached me.
あなたはどれだけ私を心配させるつもりですか?
How much do you want to worry me? I'm sorry.
もしや、そんなに私に構って欲しかったのですか?
Do you just want my attention so
添い寝して差し上げるこ
much?
とも可能ですが。
If you'd like, I can sleep with you. No, that's okay. I can sleep by myself.
ならば、部屋まで送ってあげましょう。
Then let me walk you to your room. Seiya gently took my hand. His grasp was gentle, but I get the feeling that no matter what I did, he wouldn't let go. And so Seiya led me to his room. Sigh. I feel like we should be on the right track right now. Oh, perfect. It's saving. Wait, did I get a bad ending? What just happened? What did I do wrong? What ending did I get? Wait. I guess I had to go to sleep. I had to agree to sleep? Question mark? No, that doesn't feel right. That still doesn't feel right. What have I done wrong? Where did I mess up? Oh no! I was on the right path. What did I mess up? Oh my gosh, I don't wanna. I guess going forward, I won't pick anything that Seiya might like. Not load, not load. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Oh shoot. Not what I meant to hit. Load. I was on the platform. That was a new scene. What did I do incorrectly? Wait. Tell you what, we're gonna start it over. From... Did I mess this up? How bad did I mess this up? You can barely hear me or the game? Okay, let's see. Where was it? I've done something wrong. We're gonna figure it out. I believe, thank you. Let's work together. Oh no, not that one. See, I've already picked the wrong answer. We're gonna restart. The good news is now I've seen most of the dialogue, so there's so little it could do wrong at this point. Stop being pessimistic. We're gonna choose none of the answers that Saya likes, just because I was being lazy last time. Maybe that's what messed it up. We'll see. I don't know. Volume's okay on my side. Okay, I got scared. Thank you, Katie. Alright, you know what? How about if I say I do believe in Minami? Maybe it's also affection. I was scared because my mic, so this happened when we removed my computer. For some reason, the mic got turned to 20% and I had to go into settings to fix that. So I was like, did it do it again? All right. We're gonna get there. All right. I want his help, but oh no, Saya likes that answer. We're not doing anything Saya likes. Not today. Not today. I'll be a little insane, but I will not have any answers Saya likes. The thoughts don't matter. Thoughts don't matter. Those ones don't matter. They just do the thing. I need a new headset, but effort to get one that fits my needs. It's kind of the same. I have a mic, but the issue with the mic I have is it picks up my keyboard. So like, I'm scared to touch my keyboard because I'm clicking on different things right now. Let's do this. Like that. You can kind of hear it. You can hear it so much better with this. And that's because I'm pressing it really hard. It does make, it's green clicky keys or purple, green or purple. They're clicky. They do that intentionally, but all right. Please worked, right? I'm pretty sure it was please. He likes a girl that begs. I feel that. I also love that his nails aren't just black, they're black and red. That's always fun. Again, back to like, I'm a demon, but I have time for fashion. It's a vibe. Oh my goodness. Okay, your type. See, I can't fix that one. That one's there no matter what. And I don't know why she would even ask that as her default question. What's your type? Like, oh. Should I let her insanity go a little higher? Is that important? We'll save again. And I'll agree with Minami. Maybe this is the problem I made. I'm gonna sneeze, hang on. Painful sneeze. Also that, you hear it anytime I mute this. This isn't my other headset. I kind of miss my Logis, but... Okay. We're just gonna get her a little bit. Just a little insanity. That's it. That's all the insanity she gets though. Those two. I'm pretty sure thank you was the right answer because it's the only answer selected and we've already went through his choices. Please note how we had a couple right answers for Seiya Minami and Seiya's route, and it did not affect it like this. I'm sure I'll be fine. His expression made blah blah blah. Maybe I'm putting too much pressure on him. Do it, put all the pressure on him. He deserves it. Go to my classroom. Meet a cute boy and a demon, or a ghost. He's a demon. He's both. He's a cute boy and a demon. Address was the right answer for him. Which I feel like, where do you live? I'm gonna save again. I don't know. Maybe I have to be a little crazy to get his ending. I'm not gonna pick this insanity one here because we already have two about Minami. So I don't think we need another one. Watch me be like, thoughts don't matter, and then it did matter. Sorry, Seiya. I'm trying to get a hot demon boyfriend. I already got your route. Okay. Just in case. Did that? Okay, no, it didn't. Making sure. I can't remember which Otome game it was I played, but there was one where there was like right answer, good answer, and like answers. So like you would click on one and it would say their affection went up, but there was an option where their affection could have went up like ×2, and I was like, drowning me. I want to change my mood by stalking Minami at a bar, no less. Let's see. I'm saving out of caution at this point. Fear? You look like nothing can scare you. I bet you laugh everything off.
当たり前じゃない。俺に怖いものなんてないよ。俺が怖いものなんだから。
Obviously, there's nothing in the world that scares me. That's the one. I'm the one that scares people after all. Yes, you have a point.
お前、 俺が怖いの？
You're afraid of me? Of course I am. You're after my soul. Why wouldn't I be afraid?
すっごく嬉しい。これからも怖い存在であり続けるね。
That makes me so happy. I'll be sure to make sure to continue to make you fear me. Maybe I shouldn't have said
そん
that.
じゃ早速怖いことしてあげる。
I'll start off by doing something scary, huh?
そうだな。怖い話なんてど
How about we tell scary stories? Scary stories, huh? I thought he was gonna do something
う？
to
なんだ
me.
と思ったわけ？
What do you think I was gonna do? Nothing? Nothing at all. Go on. Why don't you tell me a scary
う
story?
ん、そんな風に言われたら冷めてくるな。まあいっか。
Well, then you asked me to do it. It's not as fun. Oh, well, I guess I can tell you one. Minami shifted in his seat and got ready. He coughed and began his scary story. Oh shit, we got a real one. Okay. This is a story about a cafe in hell. A man ordered a parfait. He always ordered the same one, a strawberry parfait. As usual, the parfait was brought before the man. However, today the parfait had been lacking his favorite strawberry sauce. The man called out, "Hey, you forgot the sauce!" The master replied, "Oh yeah, I'm all out today. So this is what you'll get." And then he threw his knife towards the man and slashed his throat. Blood splattered everywhere, including the parfait. Don't worry, I had enough. I've had enough.
なんでなんで？ここからが怖いところなのに。
Why? I was just getting to the good part. There was more?
まあいっか。お前が怖がってくれたんなら。
As long as I scared you.
でもあの光景はすごかったよ。もう見ていて楽しくて。
Man, that scene was intense. It was pretty fun to watch, actually. Wait, that's actually happened? I never wanted to hear a scary story from Minami ever again. What a cutie. Okay. I'm nervous. I'm kind of nervous right now. Did I do it again? Did I do it wrong? How have I done this wrong? How is it wrong? Did I need... Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Maybe she has to be a little crazy. A little more crazy. It's okay. I'm not scared. You're scared. Okay. Afraid to sleep. He stalks me. My phone rings. Reika shows up. And now I'm in his route. How is that possible? Our affection wasn't high at all. What? What have I done wrong? Okay, time for the Atome Kitten part of my stream where I open Atome Kitten R.I.P guide. What have I done wrong? I don't even understand how I did it wrong. Oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? Hang on. Please, dislikes. I don't know if that part matters, but I picked I believe in Minami. All right. Oh, not glossary. We don't need glossary words. Load. Wait, what? Thank you. Okay, I believe it. I'm pretty sure God was near me. Curious about his world. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're gonna start here because I'm pretty sure I did this right. I don't know why it's saying I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I've actually done wrong. This seems about where it was. I'm not sure how I'm not getting the right ending or the right story start. Someone else can be like, "You idiot, you fool! It was this every time." Map faculty. I'm mad because I feel like these are all the choices I've done. But as I said before, sometimes there's secrets. Like maybe that's what I'm missing. I don't know. I picked that. Watch this just be like the last option I messed up. Maybe I did have to have the insanity higher. That's probably what's happening here. Oh my gosh. I'm so silly. Turns out I was on the right path. Prior, I just didn't have his affection up. Isn't that crazy? I'm sort of going like, don't be crazy. Apparently I needed to be a little crazy. I need to be just a little bit crazy. Okay. This should do it, question mark. But what if it doesn't? What if I'm too crazy? Okay. Apparently my insanity needed to be a little higher. My bad. Wow, that took way longer than I thought it would. That took an hour. No. I'm gonna look for Minami. Maybe I should check the main street. Ugh. You're saying I can't pick him unless I'm crazy? I have to be crazy? That's crazy. A sane person would still pick him, right? I wandered around town searching for Minami when I finally found him. Minami!
ああ、見つかっちゃったか。
Man, you found me. You didn't want me to find you?
一人かくれんぼしてたんだ。お前の思考を読んで見つからないように隠れるっていう。
I was playing solo hide and seek. The goal is for me to avoid your detection by reading your thoughts. What in the world? In that case, you lost. Minami, I found you.
負けとかないから。言っただろ、一人かくれんぼって。これは俺だけの戦いってわけ。
There is no winning or losing here. I told you, it's solo hide and seek. It's my own personal challenge. That makes no sense at all.
まあ、せっかくだし、少しならお前に時間を割いてやってもいいよ。
Well, seeing as you're here, I guess I can spare some time to listen to what you have to say. This doesn't really seem like the time or place for me to tell him you're my burden, but... You lost the game. He's like, I didn't lose. I won. Perhaps the only thing I can do is talk with him and try to get to know him better. The fact that I needed both this and this to get here, by the way. I needed this plus a high insanity. Which honestly is the first one in the game, so I guess that makes sense. Like, look how shambled her reality is. She's at the point of breaking here. Perhaps all I can do is talk with him and try to get to know him better. I doubt Seiya would cause affection to go up. Well, I'm saving. I'm nervous. I closed Otome Kitten thinking I was good. I might not be good. I could still mess this up. Oh, God. Where do you live? This is the perfect time to ask him, I think.
話は終わり？それじゃ、今度はお前と二人でかくれんぼね。
Are you done talking? Let's play hide and seek, huh?
お前が鬼ってことで、俺のこと探してみて。
You're it. You try and find me this time. I found you this time. Hey, wait! Minami dashed off, ignoring my attempt to stop him. I came to talk, and now he's playing hide and seek. He was just dragging me along to help him pass the time. I let out a sigh. Since Minami was my burden, I just wanted to get to know him and incubi in general a little better. Incubi. That's the plural form for incubus. I doubt I'll be able to find him. Maybe I should just go talk to Seiya. But if he finds out I went out to see Minami, he'll probably be upset. Besides from Seiya, I don't have anyone else here I can talk to. If only Sayaka were here. Sayaka would be delighted to be here. Or my sister, she would not be delighted to be here, but I was all alone. Hey, are you okay? Huh? I looked around. The voice I heard sounded nearby, but I didn't hear a voice. I didn't see anyone call out to me. Did I imagine it? The voice sounded familiar too. Yes, you're on the right track. Huh? The voice was coming from inside my head, but it wasn't Minami's voice. It was my own. What's happening? Am I going crazy? I mean, if you're hearing a voice inside your head that you're not in control of, and you're not me, with 3 overlapping voices at all time, and I think, yeah. Don't worry, I'm a figment of your imagination. You needed me, I'm here. Where is here? I tried communicating with the strange voice in my mind. Inside your heart. Your heart is tired, and you're in a tough situation, hence why I'm here. I really am going crazy. All I could do was lament the fact that and it seemed I'd already lost my mind. I had no idea I was actually this stressed. I did. I was trying to avoid it, but you can't date this man unless you look like this inside. Don't be hard on yourself. Besides, isn't it nice to have someone to talk to? She has a point. I was unsure about accepting the situation. Enough about that. You're trying to find out more about incubi, am I right? But I don't have anyone to talk to. No, you don't need someone. What you need is a place, a private place. Home to a hopelessly romantic former exorcist. Yes, I see. No doubt Seiya's room at the HO would have books about gods and demons. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go! Let's go! Good call. Still unsure about accepting this supernatural help inside my head, I found myself responding to it. You're supposed to be playing hide and seek with somebody, just as I thought. As I suspected, Seiya's room held many documents concerning demons and incubi. This is the perfect place to learn about Minami and demons, too. Agreed. I reached for the documents, pondering what to read first when I noticed someone
そこ
behind
に
me.
神隠しについての資料はありませんが、何を調べているのですか？
Those documents have absolutely nothing to do about being spirited away, so what exactly are you researching? I turned around and there stood Seiya. I was so busy listening to my inner voice that I hadn't noticed him. I'm researching demons.
南ですか。あのようなものに興味を抱いてはいけません。
About Minami, huh? You shouldn't concern yourself with beings
あな
like
たが
him.
調べるべきなのは、写し世に帰る方法でしょ？
You should focus on finding a way back to the mortal realm, right? That's exactly why I'm researching it. The burden God gave me is Minami. I have to face down my demons, literally. If I understand how to deal with Minami, I might be able to find a way home. All this time, I've been running from my my dreams with Minami, too scared to face him. But I knew I couldn't continue like that. To overcome my burden, I had to stop running and confront it.
まあ、あなたがそう思うのであれば、そうなのでしょう。
If that is your perceived solution, then perhaps you are right. Seiya spoke in a tone so low I almost didn't hear him. Then he sighed.
悪魔をどうにかする方法。古来より人間は様々な手を使って悪魔を退けてきました。
How to fight a demon. Since ancient times, mankind have come up with various ways to repel this evil. Seiya scanned the bookshelves before selecting one.
南は無魔。あれに立ち向かうなら、この資料が一番充実しています。
Minami is an incubus. If you seek ways to oppose him, this book should be the most comprehensive. I flipped through the book and Seiya pointed me to a specific page. It contained information on incubi, a demon that invades dreams. The most familiar type are succubi and incubi.
南のような無魔は強い力を持ちません。人の魂を食らって力をつけていなければですが。
Are they actually calling him an incubus? Or are they calling him something else? Because let me go incubus. Demon. In folklore, an incubus is a male demon that seeks the form of a human and seeks to have sexual relationships with sleeping women. That is what an incubus is. The female version is a succubus. Okay, so... Why are they using that word? Like, it doesn't feel like the right word. Is that what they are actually calling him? Because do they not know? Do they not know? Do you happen to know if in 9 R.I.P. they actually call Minami a incubus? Because I don't think it's the right word. Okay, love you. Heart emoji. Okay, there. I sent a message to my friend who speaks Japanese. All right. An incubus like Minami isn't very powerful, not unless they've consumed a human soul and grown stronger. So they gain strength from eating souls.
無魔に限らず悪魔全般の習性です。どういうわけか、あれらは人間の魂に惹かれるようで。
This isn't limited to incubi, but all demons. They're drawn to human souls.
大抵の場合、狡猾な手段を用いて魂の契約を持ちかけてきます。
They often employ cunning tactics to coerce humans into forming a soul pact. That certainly seems to be the case. He said a lot to try and get me to give him my soul. But Minami still seems unsure about things. Like there's still some humanity left within him or something. I haven't met any demon aside from Minami, but from what I've observed, he seems to have emotions similar to
本
humans.
気でそう思っているのですか?
Do you really believe that? Yes, I do. That's what I've concluded from my visits, my time with Minami. I think for the time being, I'll do my best to get to know Minami. I want to try and understand him. Seiya appeared pained. He wore a pitying expression. Seiya!
あなたはすでに悪魔の手中に落
You
ちかけ
started to fall into the devil's trap. Be
悪魔に
nice to
同
me.
情するなど
Minami!
惑わされてしまったようですね。
It's madness to feel sympathy for a demon. Sympathy for the devil! Whoa, wait, what is that? What is that? Why is that? Sympathy for the devil. What is that? Why does that stand out in my brain? Sympathy for the devil. A song by the Rolling Stones and a movie from 2023. I did not see that movie, so it must be the Rolling Stones. Oh man. It's madness to feel sympathy for a demon. But it's not like that at all. I think I can convince him to give up on taking my soul. Hey you, I'll lurk for a bit. Okay, hi. Baron Rin? Am I doing that right? Am I doing this right? Oh yeah.
本気で悪魔と対話ができると思っているのですか?
You really think you can have a conversation with the demon? I've had multiple conversations with the demon. In fact, I've had to redo this twice to try and get the right ending, so... His harsh words left me speechless. Excuse me, he grabbed me by the arm, took me to the back of the room, and... What are you doing?
あなたを外に出すべきじゃなかった。閉じ込めて保護するべきだった。
I shouldn't have let you go out. I should have kept you safe, kept
あ
you
なたは悪魔
here.
に騙されている。もっと気を配るべきでした。
That demon is exploiting you, so much so that you're beginning to trust him. I should have been more cautious. What? No, I'm not being exploited. I just want to confront Minami.
まだ遅くはありません。 目を覚まさせてあげましょ
It's not too late. I'll make you see the truth. Please, just listen to me. Even though this is to help you return home, it seems like Seiya won't listen. Even if he doesn't accept my plan right away, I'm sure he'll understand. I enjoy that it's brackets versus like that's not the right word.
う。南を矜持だと捉えたあなたの解釈は素晴らしい。しかし、それだけです。
Your interpretation of Minami as your burden is commendable. However, I'm afraid that's the only commendable thing that you've told
今の
me.
ような甘い考え方では、あれをどうにかすることはできません。
I just go like, ooh. If you insist on being so naive, you won't be able to confront him. I'll have to do it for you. What are you planning to do to him? Are you gonna exercise him? He doesn't want to go on a treadmill.
この隔離用の空気の中では悪魔払いはできません。ですが、方法なら他にもあるのですよ。
I can't exorcise a demon in this environment, but there are other ways to deal with
安
him.
心してください。あれらのことは知り尽くしています。子孫じることなどありません。
Don't worry, I know everything there is to know about his ilks. His ilk? I want Fel to remove him. Remove him? Please, I beg you, don't hurt him. I love him, Papa, is what it feels like. Overflowing with emotions, I shook Seiya's hand off as hard as I could. You may know a lot about demons, but you don't know the first thing about Minami.
悪魔を肯定してはいけない。
You must never trust a demon.
強い心を持って抵抗し続けなければ、悪魔に勝つことはできない。
You need a strong heart to resist or you'll never defeat
それ
him.
が鉄則です。
Of that there can be no doubt. It's no good. Seiya's not gonna accept a demon. This conversation's a waste of time. But I want Seiya to understand. He's always been by my side. He's always tried to help me. Yet, yeah. But you know what I'm getting at? You gotta learn to face up in to these things on your own. For now, I need to warn Minami before Seiya does something drastic. Sorry, but I think it's best if I continue on my own from here. So, I pulled out the phone he gave me from my pocket. Then I placed it on his desk. I'm returning this. Thank you for letting me borrow it. I turned my back on Seiya and walked away. I have to resolve this on my own. Well, not totally alone. You got me, after all. The voice inside your head that you're not in control of. You're right. I've reached for the doorknob. But I felt a strong grip on my hand, and something cold wrapped my wrist. I looked down to see a handcuff on my wrist. Seiya yanked me back, securing the other end around a pole. I was speechless.
あなたを救うためならば、どんなことでもしましょう。
This is what I must do to keep you
それが
safe.
たとえ、あなたに恨まれることでも。
Even if that means you'll end up hating me for it. His tone was calm but left no room for argument. Seiya quietly walked to the cabinet, pulling a key from his coat to unlock it. He opened the drawer, revealing a small handgun. A wave of dread washed over me. His eyes were dark, seemingly void of life. It was as if we were looking into pure darkness.
悪しき魂を消滅させる特別な銃。
This is a special
本
gun
来は
designed
HO の業務で使用する
to
特
destroy
別なものなのです
evil
が、
souls. It's normally used for HO missions, but
南程度の悪魔なら、あるいは消せるかもしれません。
for a third-rate demon like Minami, it might do the trick. He spoke with a smile, looking like an entirely different person. Why is he smiling? He seemed as though this obsession with demons had driven him mad. Seiya placed a pistol in his breastcoat pocket and strolled towards the exit. Please wait, can't we discuss this? As though my words and voice couldn't reach him, Seiya left the room. This is bad. Minami's in danger. However, my arm was secured firmly to the pillar. I have to find a way to warn him. You know how to get in touch with him, right? Oh, I guess I do. Minami's an incubus, after all. Take a nap, girl. You don't got insomnia. It's not gonna... I closed my eyes and tried to breathe slowly. It's no good if I rush. I've gotta calm down. Sleep did not come easily, and yet I felt as though I was being drawn into a dream.
ああ、かくれんぼが台無しじゃん。
You ruined our hide and seek
でも
game.
俺のために眠りにつくお前は気持ちが悪くて大好き。
You fell asleep for my sake. That's sweet and gross, and I love it.
今、迎えに行くから。待っててね。
I'll come pick you up now. Just wait for me, Leah. Ha 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 ha. That's cute. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. This is all new. You sure were stupid for sleeping for me. If it was you from before, I wouldn't have believed it. All to save a demon like me. How could you be so dumb? How could you be so kind-hearted? Why are you so kind to me?
お前は本当に俺をイライラさせるよ。
You're really pissing me off, you know that? Oh my god. I had planned for a soul pact with you, and then some pesky god decided to fall in love with you. You blocked Seiya when he tried to take me out, and now you go and do this and worry me. There you are, sleeping peacefully like an angel in my it's my golden opportunity, and yet I can't do anything.
俺の方がバカかもな。
Maybe I'm the fool here. Once. Just this once, I'll make an exception. I never asked for her help, but Leah tried to save me. I owe her for that. So for now, I'll just let her sleep.
どうしてあんなことしたんだよ。あんなことされたら。
Why would you go and do a thing like that? You do things like that and I'll end up having feelings for you.
頼むから。もう俺のために何かしないで。そうじゃないと。
Stop doing things for my
お前に惹かれ
sake.
ちゃうから。
If you don't, I might fall for you. I don't want to feel like this. It's aggravating. She's so adorable. Well, he said he doesn't sleep in his horns, and there they are. That would have been the cutest start song for a chapter 6. We did it! We're officially in Minami's route! It took way longer than I expected. I was expecting Minami to show up in my dreams, but he never did. Instead, I felt groggy, as though I'd overslept. I suddenly sat up, and an unfamiliar scene unfolded before my tired eyes. Where am I? Am I inside a tent? I understood I was no longer at the HO. I seemed to be staring out into a dark forest. There, along with me, was Minami. Look at him! What a relief, you're safe! Overwhelmed with relief at seeing Minami, I instinctively grabbed his hand. He looked surprised for a moment, but then broke into a smile.
お前は本当に可愛い子だね。思わずドキッとしちゃったじゃない。
Aren't you adorable? You nearly made my heart skip a beat. His comment made me suddenly self-aware, and I quickly released his hand. Sorry, I was just so worried about you. Where are we? I once again looked around my surroundings as I
こ
spoke.
こは俺の遊び場。ま、俺んちってとこ。
Welcome to my playground, aka my home. This is your home? He's got a doll! He got more than one doll! Hang on, I'm covering one of the dolls. Look at that little girl! Look at her! Oh my god, wait, there's 3. And a swing, and a lantern. And so many chairs. Why? So many chairs. Does he have his own Khalifa trees? Are these Khalifa trees? I took another look around. There were all kinds of toys and dolls. Most of them seemed rather childish. I couldn't help but giggle, finding all of it quite endearing, yet upon closer inspection I noticed that each item had a unique style that made my smile falter. It's really reflects your personality. It's nice. My daughter loves the dolls. Dude, same. I love creepy dolls. I have so many. Wait a sec. I looked up. I had fallen asleep at the HO to warn Minami about some looming danger, yet I woke up here? How did you manage to bring me to your place, Minami?
俺がさらいに行ったに決まってんじゃん。
I whisked you away, obviously.
お前さ、眠りにつく場所くらい考えろよ。あそこ入るのきっついんだから。
Seriously, you should be a little more considerate about where you fall asleep. You didn't exactly make things easy for me. Right, sorry. Honestly, I'm impressed you made it in.
楽勝よ。聖夜がしつこく狙ってきて、マークの面倒だったけど。
That part was easy. Not getting Seiya off my tail was the tricky part.
てか、聖夜よりもカリファの空気が気持ち悪くて大変だったんだから。
Actually, the biggest issue wasn't even Seiya, it was the air around the Khalifa tree. That thing makes me want to puke. Sorry. That's probably why I didn't see Minami in my dream. He was too busy dealing with Seiya. Look at that little sleeping baby with ears. Does that look like anybody?
それにしてもさ、
Anyway, I noticed Minami grinning at
あ
me.
んなに眠るの嫌いだったのにね。俺のために眠るお前見たら少しちょっかいかけたくなっちゃってさ。
You resisted sleeping for so long, but seeing you sleep for my sake, Leah, made me want to play with you a bit more. Hey, wait, does that mean... Did you do something to me?
さあね。
I wonder. Flash me a taunting smile. Did he really do something to me? Unable to read his mind, I panicked.
ねえ、あんなことしてくれるなんてさ、俺のこと大好きなんだね。
For you to go out of your way and do all that for me, you must really like me, huh? My heart skipped a beat and my face grew hot. That's not true. I just thought I should let you know, that's all. And sleeping was the only way I knew to reach you.
じゃあ俺のこと嫌いなの？
So you didn't do it for me, huh? He peered at me as if he was testing me. I don't like you. Don't lie to the man. It's the same pose, different background. I couldn't find the words to speak. It didn't feel right to say that I hated him, but seeing my hesitation, Minami smiled.
嫌いって言うかと思ったのに意外。お前って狂ってるの？
I expected you to say you hate me. That's a surprise. Finally lost your mind, eh? Yeah, I grew a conscience. How'd you jump to that conclusion?
だって嫌ってない方がおかしくない？お前を消そうとしてる存在じゃん。
Because it's weird that you wouldn't hate me. I'm trying to consume your soul after all. He had a point. Faced with the true nature of the situation, I had no words to speak. But the more I got to know Minami, the more my feelings towards him slowly began to change. Although he was a demon, I found something that resembled humanity in him.
俺たちって相思相愛だったんだ。
Looks like the feeling's mutual. Come, give me a big kiss. Is this Seiya suddenly? I'm sure as heck don't like you if that's what you think. It's just, I don't hate you either. The redemption didn't pop up on my screen. I don't know why. That's weird. Should I test my things? Did it get deconnected? Well, I'll test redemptions later to see what happened. Plot twist. But I can see them, so it's okay. I can remember to wink. I sure as heck don't like you if that's what you think. It's just, I don't hate you either.
ま、どうでもいいけど。
Oh yeah? Well, whatever. Having asked, Minami seemed to lose interest and turned away. Did he just ask that on a whim? Either way, I'm just glad we managed to get out of that situation before. Oh, shoot. However, I knew that Seiya took the action he did for my sake. He must be worried. Thinking of Seiya, I began to feel rather depressed and let out a long sigh.
あいつのとこに帰るの？
You're heading back to him? Stop reading my mind. I really hate it when you do that.
バカだな。嫌なことをするのが楽しいんじゃない。
Are you stupid? Don't you get that I get a kick out of doing what you don't like? Wait a minute. What a Minami thing to say, seriously. I muttered the words under my breath.
で、帰るの？帰らないの？
Sorry, going home or what? I can't just go back now. I'm clearly sided with you. That's exactly right. After what I've done, there's simply no turning back. Clearly, you're my burden. I need a way to find a way to resolve things with you. That's what the god wants and why I've been spirited away. I was determined to figure this out and find a way back to the mortal realm.
なんか気に食わないな。神
Oh,
の言う通りに動くなんてさ。
that sucks, having to do what some stupid god wants you to do. Minami sulked and then quickly smirked as if thinking of something wicked.
神の思うようにはいかないけどね。だって魂を奪うまで帰らせる気ないし。
What am I saying? I'm not letting you go home, not until you give me your soul anyway. Like that'll
う
happen.
わ、俺たちってバチバチじゃん。こういうのも楽しいよね。
Look at us. We've got this fun little will they won't they rivalry between us. There's nothing fun about this. Actually, he had a point. Our interests weren't exactly aligned. I wanted to return home safely. He didn't want me to.
でもさ、どんな理由でも聖夜より俺を選んだっていうのは褒めてあげたい。
No
よし
matter the
よし
reason, I still want to praise you for choosing me over Seiya. Good girl. Patting me on the head. Minami patronizingly patted me on the head. Stop, it's creepy. Instinctively, I brushed his hand away, but the smile stayed on his face. He seemed pleased.
君が悪いのはお前じゃん。俺のこと助けようとするとかキモすぎ。
You're the creep. Look at you trying to save me. Yuck. Alright, let's stop with the name calling. We're even, okay? We're both creeps. Felt odd saying it. Maybe Minami is rubbing off of me. He's got me saying all these strange things. But that's besides the point. What matters more is if Minami is in a good mood, this would be my chance to ask him some questions and get more information from him. I know Minami is a demon, but something doesn't add up. Something here still doesn't add up. There was too many doesn'ts. Got it. There are moments when Minami displays emotions that seem almost human. It was almost as though he wasn't a full demon. I knew he wouldn't give me a straight answer even if I asked. He's in a good mood now, but that can change in an instant if I say the wrong thing. Besides, I need to think about which Minami I should try to talk to. I knelt before Minami, bowing deeply. I have a favor to ask.
何それ超ウケるんだけど何やってるわけ
What the hell is this? Are you serious? This is hilarious. What are you doing? His laughter didn't bother me. I was ready to set aside my pride. Minami, there's something important I need to tell you. I need you to
何
tell
でも聞
me.
けば教えてやるほど俺は優しくないんだけど
Oh, please, you seriously think I'm going to tell you what you want to hear because you asked? Nice, get out of here. Please just consider it.
無理しつこいお前の質問に興味ない
Not a chance. You're way too eager. I'm not interested in answering your question. Oh, guess this approach won't work. I'll need to think of another way. I like the idea. She goes, me. I can't. I laid down on a rug and closed my eyes like a
急にど
puppy.
うしちゃったわけ
What's gotten into you? Minami looked at me surprised.
夢の中の俺に会いたいなんて言わないよね
Don't tell me you want to see me in your dreams. So what if I do?
うわキモお前ほんと頭どうかしたんじゃない
Ew, gross. Seriously, what's gotten into you? Is your head
さ
okay?
っきは俺を助けるためってのがあったけど今度は何なわけ
I get you did what you did before to save me, but what's your excuse this time? I told you before, didn't I? You're my challenge. That's why I have to confront you. In my dreams, that is.
こっちの俺も本物じゃん
Amazed.
夢の中と変わらないだろ
Imagine just chilling with Freddy Krueger. Be like, you're haunting my dreams, but I need to spend time with you. I'm right here, the real deal. How is Dream Me any different? The Minami in front of me had that carefree bribe. I liked that, but he also avoided my questions. I needed to get him into his element and get the truth from him while he was acting as a demon. It's too easy to talk to you here. I think the version of you I need to face is the more devious one. Thinking back the last time I met him in a dream, he let slip something that concerned me. I would need to sleep to the dream version of him if I wanted to resolve that.
あっそう でも寝るんならそこじゃなくてベッドの方にしろ。
Alright, but if you're set on sleeping, use my bed instead of the floor. You don't mind?
うん、いいよ。俺はあっちの方が好きだし。
Go ahead, I prefer it there anyway. What does he mean by that? I was still a bit confused, but it certainly beat sleeping on the floor. I moved over to his bed only to find Minami followed close behind me. Why are you
決まっ
following
て
me?
んじゃん。一緒に寝るんだよ、と。
Isn't it obvious I'm gonna sleep with you? As soon as Minami said this, he grabbed my hand. Why are you getting in bed too?
お前の夢に入るためだよ。
So I can enter your
一緒に寝る
dream.
のそんないけない？
What's the big deal? It's absolutely a big deal. Feeling his breath on my skin made my heart skip a beat. In return, Minami merely gave me a mischievous smirk.
聖夜が襲ってきた時のため、あいつにお前を取られたくないの。
Just in case Seiya tries to beat me to it, I can't let him take you away from me. He's talking about my soul, right? I tried to tell myself that, yet I recalled him saying he was interested in me personally. Then does that mean now's not the time for this?
お前とこうやって眠るのってやっぱいいね。
I just love sleeping next to you. It just feels so good. Excuse me? What's he talking about? He makes it sound like we slept next to each other
電車の
before.
中で初めて会った時にちょっとね。
Kind of reminds me of our first encounter on the train, right? You didn't do anything to me back then, did you?
お前から神がいなくなったのが分かって、俺も急いで電車に乗ってさ。
Once I figured out that stupid god put you on the train without protection, I rushed over to make sure I was on the train
眠
too.
ってるお前の体を支えるために肩を貸してあげたんだ。
I gave you my shoulder to lean on. I just wanted to give you some support, you know? I had no idea. Thinking back, I was asleep on that train. Minami was the one who woke me up. I never would have imagined he was a demon back then.
地べたに転げ落ちるお前を救ってあげたんだよ。
I just realized he has ears that look like elves. Did he always have that? I saved you from simply passing out on the floor of that
自分
train.
が優しくて気持ち悪いって思った。
I realized I was being nice to you and it made me want to puke. His actions were kind, but his words describing the incident were anything but typical Minami. Yet something felt off. Hey, why didn't you force me to have a nightmare back then? With that, Minami froze. His expression quickly returned to
最初
normal.
から絶望させたら早々にショック死しちゃうかもじゃん。
I was worried the shock might kill you if I plunged you into despair right
なんだっ
away.
て行き先は地獄なんだし、死なれたら困るし、それに、
I mean, you were heading to hell. Having you die on the way would have been problematic. There was something off about the way he spoke. I turned to look at him and noticed that he quickly
いつ
glanced
も見て
away.
いるしかできなかった。ずっと触れてみたかった女がそばにいて。
Ew, gross. You wanted to touch me. Before all I could do was watch you. I always wanted to touch you, and there you were.
どうしてだか。高揚しすぎて考えつかなかった。
I don't really get it myself. I was just so thrilled I couldn't think of anything to do. It caught me off guard. I was dumbfounded. That sounds so contradictory. His words didn't match with what he said when we first met, but I don't mind. Instead, it stirred something inside me. I was right. Minami was a demon, but there was something about him that wasn't pure evil.
矛盾してて何が悪い。それが俺なんだから仕方ないじゃん。
What's wrong with being contradictory? It's just part of who I am. I can't change it. Hey, cut it out. He's pinching her cheek and she's pulling his hair. Oh no, he's pulling his ear. Minami pinched my cheek and I reflectively pulled his ear. We simply glared at each other, neither of us willing to back down. Actually, why are we doing this? I'll let go first and you let go. We're not going to get any sleep like this. We let go and I let go. I let out a sigh of relief. Why do we always end up fighting? Why is she not questioning him having his arm around her? Like, this is close. Also, I just realized that's a baby doll arm above his head. Like, that's a little hand. I was glad to see more of his humanity. Suddenly a sweet scent wafted into my nostrils. I realized it was coming from Minami. Sleep gradually overcame me, and I fell into a deep sleep. Is that the one I already have? Hang on. Do I already have that one? Did I get that one? Can you see I was playing retro games? I was playing retro games. Yes. Yes. Mostly Tetris. I'll play Tetris any day of the week. I planned to sleep after I was sure she fell asleep, but I couldn't stop staring at her face so near to mine. Something about it gave me deja vu. Why did you come to find me, huh? I have nothing to offer you. I can't charm or captivate you. Thanks to him, I was incapable of charming humans or manipulating them. But Leah called me her burden. In a way, that makes me happy. It made me feel as though I still had some power. It gave me a little confidence. With someone as powerless as she gives me is truly special. I wonder how she would react if she learned the truth about me. Maybe she'd look down on me. I feel anxious. I haven't felt like this in a long time. It's funny. I should go to sleep too. Leah's waiting for me. Good night. He's not right. It's been a while since I've seen you here. I'm in a dream, right? Minami appeared clearly before me, unlike the usual darkness he surrounded himself in. I can totally read your mind. Minami laughed, savoring the moment as he drew near me. However, seemed to be a thin piece of glass between him and me. If this thing wasn't here, I'd be able to reach out to you. So annoying. He glared at the glass. What is this? There's still this untouchable wall between you and me. Think of it as an emotional barrier. Okay. That voice though, yeah, he's a great voice actor. He's so good. He's got such range. Look at this range. If you make a pact with me, give me your body and soul, the barrier will shatter, allowing us to truly connect. But that means I enter you. What's he getting at? The thought alone gave me goosebumps, but I'd come too far to shrink away from him. So as long as this barrier is up, I'm protected. I've got to dig deeper. What do you mean when you say enter? Exactly what it sounds like. I go in and take your soul. Don't fret, I promise to bring your body back to your family in the mortal realm. His grin grew wider. No way, I'm going back to the mortal realm alive. There's no other way. I flat out rejected his offer. Just because I was starting to see another side of him didn't mean I was ready to give him my soul. I instinctively realized that was the reason for this glass wall. That's a shame, but consider what you'll do if you can't go home. Stop. I interrupted him, my voice firm. I wanted to reach out to him's true form. You're not entirely evil. There's a huge difference between the you in my dreams and the you in the real world. Is that what you wanted to talk about? Fine, I'll bite. Really? I was surprised he agreed to tell me so easily. If you are so sure about your theory, it makes me want to prove you wrong, but to do that, he touched the glass, seemingly tempting me closer. What will you give me in return? His smiles widen, unnervingly sending shivers down my spine. That's right, he's a demon after all. Through the gap between our hearts may have closed slightly, I must not forget what I'm doing. I was making a deal with a demon. One misstep could cost me everything. Since he hasn't demanded my soul yet, I might still be safe. He could have proposed a deal that tempted me to offer my soul. I need to tread carefully. Anything but my soul. Anything but my soul? That seems too much. Grant one wish. Or grant you one wish. Minami's smile grew wider.
魂を売れと言っても
Even if I asked for your soul? I didn't promise anything, did I? Just a wish that I'm willing to grant. That in itself should be quite valuable. He looked visibly disappointed.
分かってないみたいだな。価値があるかどうかの基準はそれぞれで違う。
You really don't get it, do you? What's valuable varies from person to
俺
person.
が与える答えに見合わないかもしれない。そうなったらお前はどうする？
I'm just being careful. Anything but my soul seems a bit strong. The information I gave you might be worth more to you than whatever it is you're willing to give me. Why would I want that? Well, maybe that wasn't the best response. I'll think it over again. Okay. Still seems like a lot. As long as it's not my soul anything.
お前にしては考えたんじゃない？
Not bad coming from you.
リスクがかなりあるけど、それでもいいのか？
That's quite a gamble. Are you sure about that? I was ready for this, and nobody nodded firmly back at him. I believe the answer I seek is worth that much.
愉快だな。
That's great. Minami's laughter was hearty and loud.
そう言われたらこっちもそれ相応のものを用意しないとならない。困ったな。
So good. If that's how you feel about it, I suppose I better offer something equally valuable. Huh? What to do? Though he seemed to ponder, he smiled, showed he was in high
ま
spirits.
あいいか。交渉成立だ。
We have a deal then. I felt a step closer to my goal, but something nagged at me. What do you want?
考えておくよ。こんなに楽しいもの、すぐに終わらせるのはもったいない。
I'll think about it. Can't let this fun end so soon, can I? What a waste that'd be. What have I done? What indeed? Having to negotiate with a demon made me resent the god that sent me here. I didn't believe I did anything wrong, yet I felt a pang of guilt. Guess that's what it means to deal with a
そ
demon.
れじゃあ、お前の望みを叶えてあげようか。
Very well. As for my side of the deal, Minami snapped his finger, and the scenery before us changed. An ordinary moon was in the sky. This is the mortal realm. Surrounding me, massive mountains stretched far and wide. Nearby, a small hut sat by a dirt road. Was this the mortal realm, but in the past? Then voices reached my ears. One was unfamiliar, the other was
お
Minami's.
願いだから僕の家族を傷つけないで。母と妹が食うに困らないように。
Please don't harm my family. Let my mother and sister never know hunger.
任せておけ。お前の代わりに家族を生かしてやろう。その代わりに魂を俺に売れ。
Trust me, I'll ensure your family thrives in your absence, but for that I'll need your soul.
一つ教えて。僕はどうなる？
Tell me one thing, what will become of
死に
me?
きれず永遠に俺の中で苦しみ、成仏どころか地獄にも行けない。
You won't completely die, you'll simply suffer inside me, neither crossing over nor hellbound.
悪魔に魂を売るっていうのはそういうことだ。
That's what it means to sell your soul to a demon.
それはいい。お前とずっと一緒だということは、お前を見張っていられる。
My friend got back to me and said, I believe they use a term meaning something similar. So it's not Incubus, because Incubus is a sexy demon, and that's not what's happening here. This is just normal demon. That's fine. If I'm always by your side, that means I can keep an eye on
そ
you.
れにお前の中にいられるということはもしかしたら
No,
お前を操縦することも少しならできるのかな
note this. Sister and mother. He's not married. He does not have a wife and child. And if I'm within you, perhaps I could sway you even just
そんな
slightly.
ことあるわけがない。不愉快なことを言う。
You won't stop spouting such nonsense.
ごめんねで
Apologies.
も素直に言うことを聞くままではいい方向へ行かないってお前とやりとりをしていて気づいたんだ
Based on our previous interactions, I've learned that just going along with what you say doesn't lead things in a good
言って
direction.
おくけれど僕は素直に苦しめられたりしないから
Just so you know, I won't be suffering in silence.
それじゃあ僕の家を頼むこれで
Well
交
then,
渉成立だ
take care of my family. We've formed a pact now. I heard a finger snapping again. I want. There we go. It was thudded by my top. I heard fingers snapping again, and the night sky disappeared. I was transported back to where we were before, and with Minami behind the glass. What was all that?
はるか昔、貧困が理由で悪魔に魂を売った人間の話。
A tale of a human who sold their soul out of
その人
desperation.
間は家族を貧困から救うため自分が身代わりとなった。
This person sacrificed himself to save their family from poverty.
そして悪魔は人間の願いを叶えてやった。
And the demon held his part up end of the bargain. This is your story, isn't it? Did you really make his wish come true? I was skeptical. I was always told demons deceive, bringing despair and reveling in the spectacle. I found it hard to believe he actually fulfilled the man's wish. Okay, first off, demon pacts are nefarious, right? But if they make a promise, they keep that promise. They're not genies. But they can't, well, they are kind of like genies. They can say, like, I won't kill somebody or I'll protect this person, right? But that doesn't mean they're gonna stop everything. Listen.
ああ、叶えてやったさ。契約は絶対で守らなければ
Exactly.
俺が危ないからね。
Contracts are pretty strong in demon lore. Absolutely, a pact is absolute. If I don't follow through, I'd be in real danger. So I guess the soul pact holds real weight
さ
then?
あ、ここからが本題。お前の知りたいことへつながる回答編だ。
And so you have your answer. This story tells you the truth about me. Though he spoke casually, Minami's face was somber.
最初の俺は夢でしか存在できない力の小さな悪魔だって。
Initially, I was only a minor demon who could only exist in
でも
dreams.
人間の魂を手に入れたことで、こうして姿を保っていられるようになって力が増した。でも
After acquiring a
それ
human
だけ
soul,
だった。
I gained the ability to assume a human form and wield greater power yet.
あの人間の魂は美しく、恐ろしいほど純粋で、
That human soul was radiant and impeccably pure.
俺はあの人間の魂を有するには度量が小さすぎた。取り込んだ力をうまく操縦できない。
I wasn't formidable enough to manage that soul. I struggled to control the power it granted me.
悪事を働こうとすると、腹の中で奴の魂が暴れるんだ。
Whenever I attempted a malevolent act, the soul inside me would
おか
revolt.
げで悪事もできず、俺から邪悪さが失われていってる。
Because of it, I found myself unable to do evil. In fact, I found the evil leaving me. That's true. In the conversation I saw earlier, the man said he was going to try and sway Minami from the inside. That person must be so strong-willed if their soul was able to sway a demon. And as a result, Minami was. You've developed a conscience. Minami's expression twisted in disgust. He looked alone. His look alone made the answer obvious.
無魔である俺は夢でこそ力を発揮する。だからここの方が少しは俺らしくいられる。
I'm a demon. My power comes to life in dreams. That's why in this realm I can be closer to who I used to be.
これがお前が聞きたかったことの答えだ。
That's the answer you're looking for. Misleading. So that isn't the real demon. Him, sorry. You dislike the non-dream version of
当
yourself.
たり前だろ。両親なんて吐き気を催すほど不要なものだ。俺が俺じゃなくなるんだからな。
Imagine a world. Hit auto, hit auto, hit auto, hit auto. Absolutely a conscience. It's disgusting. It's unnecessary. It prevents me from being all that I truly am. But having a conscience doesn't mean you're not you anymore. It means it's not like the soul of the human is going to replace you, right? I mean, it's not. Right? Could he? Could he be you? Could you be that?
君の悪いことを言うな。俺は俺に変わりない。
Gross. Cut that shit out. I am me. That doesn't change. I need to stop being so close to my desk. When I turn, it hits the desk.
だが、悪人がひとたび善人になれば、生まれ変わったと思われるほど人が変わる。
Once an
俺
evil
はそうなりたくない。
being turns good, they change. It's like they're reborn. I don't want to end up like that. He wants to stay a
お前
demon.
にとっては、今くらいがちょうどいいんだろうな。説得する余地があると思えたんだから。
Maybe I seem okay as I am now. To you. I mean, you thought you could change me, right? I don't know that for sure. It's not like I know the original you. I have nothing really to compare it to.
本当の俺を知れば震え上がるだろうな。説得しようなんてみじんも思えないほどに。
If you knew the real me, you'd be terrified. You wouldn't dream of trying to save me.
ま、今は悪ぶって気づかれないように悪魔として存在し続けてるけど、お前には見抜かれてしまったというわけだ。
For now, I'm just playing the part of a bad guy, acting like a demon should, but you saw through me.
お前は多分、あの人間と同じような魂を持つものだから。
I guess it's because your soul is similar to his. I could sense Minami wasn't lying. Honestly, part of me is curious about the old you. Minami looked at me surprised.
俺と過ごすうち、精神に異常をきたしてきたようだね。
Being around me must make you truly crazy. Is there a new status picture? Aha. He looks so traumatized. Being around me has made you truly crazy. I couldn't help but laugh, albeit wearily. Maybe you're right. Being with you is scary, but I'm also intrigued. I guess that's just my way of saying it.
俺も、お前と過ごすうちに精神に異常をきたして仕方ない。まったく嫌になる。
The more time I spend with you, I find myself getting drawn into your madness too. It's really frustrating. He lets out a sarcastic laugh with his words.
さてと、今度は俺の番だね。
Now it's my turn. That's right. I almost forgotten. Seeing as he was now, I could see he could. Seeing as he was now, I could see him requesting something truly cruel.
今すぐってわけじゃない。もう少し後でもいい。
Actually, I think I will save that wish for later. More fun that
そ
way.
の方がお前は不安を募らせる。何を要求されるのかと、日々怯えるお前を見るのも一興。
You'll spend your days worrying about what I'm going to ask you. I think it'll be pretty fun watching you squirm that way. If he was trying to scare me, he succeeded. After all, this dream version of Minami was much darker than the one I knew in the real world.
お前はもう少し深く眠れ。ここでの睡眠はお前にとって生きる道につながる。
You should get some rest. You're going to need it if you hope to survive down here. With that, Minami vanished. As he faded, so did my consciousness. And I slept. After sleeping, I can just sleep for days in this game. I watched her from a distance as she drifted into sleep. What am I to her? Fear incarnate? Just a way to return to the mortal realm, yet I sensed her feelings towards me were beginning to shift. She was truly interested in me. If she had said any more, considering what might happen, I shivered. Am I scared?
俺は今も弱いままだな。
I'm still very weak. I feel refreshed. I rose from the bed. Since Minami had let me rest for a while, most of the fatigue I had felt before was gone. I rubbed my eyes and saw Minami was already awake.
さてと、お前から何をもらおうかな。
Now, what to do with you today? It was the same Minami that I always known, but something about him seemed off. His expression looked forced, like he was pushing himself to be excited. What's gotten into him? Wanting to get a better look, I moved in closer.
あ、何睨んでんの？あんまりイライラさせると目玉もらうよ。
What are you looking at me like that? You keep doing that and I'll take out your eyeballs. I continued to stare directly at him. Sure, go for it. I boldly held my eyelids open, ready for whatever came next. It seemed my audacity threw him off and he quickly turned away
マイ
sulking.
キー、少し俺のことが分かったからって調子に乗りやがって。
Think you're clever, huh? Call me out like that? You get to know me a tiny bit and suddenly you're cocky as they come? I wasn't trying to act cocky or show off, but it was true. I wasn't as scared of him. Conversely, the more I got to know him, the more curious I became.
あの人間の影響でちょっと善人っぽくなってるけど、本当の俺はもっと違うんだから。
That human soul may have had some effect on me, but the real me is far different. So that man's soul is why you've been so kind to me?
それは違う。
No, that's not. He stopped himself inside. Sorry, this is my fault, isn't it? Let's talk again when you're calmed down.
お前に慰められるなんてなんか惨め。
Why are you trying to comfort me? Minami abruptly stood up.
俺自身自分が何者なのかわからなくなってきてるのが辛いし怖い。
It's just I feel like I'm starting to lose track of who I really am. It's frightening. With that, Minami vanished. Maybe he just needs some space. Yet my talks with Minami were already starting to bear fruit. One by one, he was revealing the things I wanted to know, and yet having found out Minami's weakness and gotten a feeling about his emotions, I felt conflicted. The more I learned about him, the more uncertain I was about how to act. I guess that means we're getting closer? I should take a walk to try and collect my thoughts. I was also curious about what Seiya was up to, but I don't have my robe. Walking around like this will attract attention. I looked for something to cloak myself. There's a big cloth over there. I took a big cloth near Minami's things and wrapped it around me. Where should I go? Wait, where? Oh. We're on Minami's route, so... We're gonna try this just to see what happens. I decided to walk to the station. Whoa, Seiya's here! I swiftly hid. Seiya was scanning his surroundings as he walked. He's probably worried. He must be searching for me. I felt a tinge of guilt watching him. Seiya pulled out his phone and pressed it to his ear.
休養が済んだら業務に戻ります。それまでよろしくお願いします。
Yes, yes. I'll return to work soon. I'm handling an urgent matter. Please manage
お
things
世
till
話
then.
をしなければならない人がいるのですよ。
Yes, it is something I must attend to.
戻ったら書類をまとめますので、少し待っていてください。
I'll compile the documents once I've returned. I just need a little bit more time. He's putting off work to look for me. He's genuinely trying to help me. Actually, I'm worried he might be overdoing it. I knew this probably stemmed from his previous regrets. As worried as I was about him, I knew I couldn't meet him just yet. I'm sorry, Seiya. I can't leave Minami's side, not yet. This is something I have to do. I glanced back at Seiya one last time. He didn't have his gun with him, which was reassuring to me. I better slip out of here before getting spotted. Why was Seiya an option? Yawning. What if he wishes for her to eat a parfait with him? And she's trapped in hell. I came to town wondering what to do. As I wandered around, I saw Minami's favorite shop come into view. The windows were fogged up as usual, so it was hard to see inside, but upon getting closer, I was able to peer inside. That's Minami. He seemed to be in a bad mood. A worker placed something in front of him. What's that? What's with that gigantic parfait? I couldn't hide my surprise, astonished that Hell had such good food. Wait, he had a parfait before, didn't he? He mentioned wanting to have a parfait with her. He said you should buy it for me. Maybe I'll just take a peek. As soon as I entered the shop, Minami noticed me.
ああ、今お前の顔見たくないからどっか行け。
Ah, Leah's here. I don't want to see your face, go away. With that, he picked up a knife that was on the table and swung it towards me. What the hell? Thinking it was flying at me, I ducked instinctively only to hear a burst of laughter.
騙されてやんの、バカバカ。
Gotcha, what a dork. With a wicked grin, he pulled out the knife, which he had tucked under his
う
sleeve.
まいでしょう。俺、手品が得意なんだ。
Pretty good, right? I'm actually pretty good at magic tricks. You know, you eat that whole thing and you'll end up getting fat. Let's stop shaming people for enjoying food. I was so annoyed with him, I tried saying something mean, but he just ignored me.
俺は太らないから大丈夫だし。食べたいものは食べたい時に食べる主義だから。
I won't get fat, it's fine. I eat what I want when I want. Minami seemed unaffected and drooped my shoulder in response.
てか、このパフェはお前のせいなんだからな。
Besides, this parfait's your fault. Huh?
むしゃくしゃしても悪事を働けないから、その代わりに大好きな甘いものを食べるってわけ。
Since I can't do the evil stuff I want, I'm gonna take it out on this
だから
parfait.
邪魔しないで出ていけ。
Now leave me alone. What a jerk. Still, the parfait looked so good. I involuntarily swallowed loudly. I wanted a bite so bad. But not your soul. I knew I couldn't eat anything in this world. I could only look, but it's like torture. With these thoughts in my mind, I grimaced and Minami smirked mischievously.
ああ、美味しいな。甘酸っぱい果物にふわふわ生クリーム。
Yum yum yum, so delicious. Sweet and tart fruit, fluffy whipped cream.
あ、お前も食べる？ほら、一口あげる。あーん。
Wanna bite? Go on, have a bite. Well, open wide. Ah. Minami, all smiled, brought a spoonful of whipped cream to my face. I knew he was trying to get me, but it's so tempting. Minami, you're so mean. Yeah, he is mean. Just to be clear, he offered you food that you can't have. That's like not even that mean. Unable to stand it, I quickly left the shop. It's hardly mean. That's hardly. He could be so much meaner. I walked all over the place and soon felt tired. I'll rest in this alley. It's dark and a little creepy, but it's quiet away from the crowd. What should I do now? Walking outside made my chest ache. I feel so guilty about Seiya.
せいやを心配するくらいならあっちに帰ればいいのに。
If you're worried about him, why not go back to him? You scared me. Don't pop up like that. When did he even get here? Minami sure is good at sneaking up on me. Why shouldn't I go back to him? Can I ask you something? Are you a burden to me? Am I a burden to you? Whoops, I said that backwards. Minami seemed troubled, looked away, then finally spoke.
お前がそばにいると調子が狂ってイライラする。うざい。
Having you around it throws me off. It's annoying. So you want me to go back to Seiya?
やっぱりそれもやだ。無理。言ったら嫌いになってやる。
I don't want that. Definitely not. If you left, I'd hate that too. Huh? Oh.
いや、足を折ってどこにも行けないようにしよっかな。
I mean, maybe I should just break your legs so you can't leave. That I hate it part. Did that mean he actually... I felt my cheeks heating up. I glanced at Minami. His expression was mixed. He was annoyed, yet his face was flushed. He looked away, down at the ground. Seeing him like this made me...
ああ、もうパフェ食べたのにまだイライラする。
Ugh, I ate my parfait and I'm still pissed off.
俺、お前を好きになってきちゃってるんだけど、どうしてくれんの？
That was a quick confession, all things considered. I think I'm starting to fall for you. What the hell are you going to do about this? Why would you say it out loud like that?
事実なんだから仕方ないだろ。
I can't help it. It's the
お
truth.
前の魂は欲しいし、すっごい狭間に立たされてて本当にうざいムカつく。
I want your soul and I'm so freaking close. It's so frustrating and I'm annoyed.
どうしたらいいんだろうね。お前が消えちゃったら多分後悔する。怖くて仕方ないよ。
On the other hand, it's like, if you were gone, I'd hate that too. I know I'd just end up regretting it. His shoulders drooped. His feelings were all over the place and I was struggling to keep up. Normally, you don't ask your crush for romantic advice.
そんなの知らないよ。今まで一人だったんだから。お前の尺度で物を言うな。
How would I know? I've always been on my own. Don't judge me by your own standards. Minami pouted, clearly upset with me. So what about me made you fall for me? So like, why me? Like, was it my soul? Was it the way I didn't let you have my soul?
どこっていう感じじゃない。
Nothing in particular, I guess. That's harsh.
ずっとお前を見てきたのがあるから気に入っているのはあるけど、それは興味ってだけ。
I've watched you for so long, part of me just started liking you. It's more curiosity than anything.
やばいなって思ったのは、お前が俺を聖夜から守ろうと眠ってまで知らせようとした時。
But it hit me when you fell asleep to warn me about Seiya to protect me from
俺
him.
のために何かしてくれようとしたのは、お前だけだったから。
You're the only one who's ever done something for me like that. You think that's the human soul talking?
お前腹立つな。
You're really annoying, you know that? Sorry.
違うよ。むしろ俺が悪魔だからこそ。嫌われ者でしかない俺だからこそだ。
No, it's not that. I'm a demon. People are supposed to hate me. I felt a deep sincerity behind his words. It was truly he was truly falling for me and I was at a loss for how to respond. Like, oh my god.
今以上に俺を揺さぶるな。
Please don't stir my heart. Listen, I can't help it. You're easily stirred. Minami.
俺は必ずお前から魂をもらう。俺たちの関係はそれだけだ。
I've sworn to take your soul. That's all there is between us. With that, he stood
お
up.
前からもらうものだけど、欲しいものが決まった。
I'm gonna take your soul. I swear. And I've decided what I want.
約束が欲しい。俺のためになることは一切しないって。
I want you to promise me that you won't do anything else for my sake. Not a single thing. You got it? His request caught me off guard. That I was speechless. It was tough for me to honor. I knew he was trying to push me away, and yet I felt something inside my chest stir at that moment. I don't want to make that promise.
ようやく見つけられました。
Finally, I found you. Hearing that, I looked up to see Seiya closing in on us. I froze. Seiya? He had his gun aimed at Minami. He really was planning to destroy him. Don't! I can't let you I can't let you hurt Minami. Instinctively, I stepped forward. Leah! Suddenly, I found myself in front of Seiya, shielding Minami.
余計な真似するな
Stop, don't do anything stupid. I could hear Minami calling out desperately from behind me, but I ignored him. I'm going back with you, Seiya, to the HO, so please lower the gun. I gently reached out and pushed the gun down. Seiya's face was white, eyes wide.
そこまで南のことを
You would go to such lengths to protect Minami. I realized how strange this all must have seemed from his perspective, but I knew I had to protect Minami. Seiya, let's go.
お前
Why? Mina's... Is that more than why?
お前なんで
Nonde. Sorry, that was the why part. Minami's voice was laced with pain, yet I forced a smile. I'll be okay. We'll meet again in my dreams.
それは俺のセリフだろうが
I'm the one who should be saying that, Minami muttered, seemingly annoyed. About that promise, can you choose something else? Maybe Seiya was right. Perhaps Minami had changed me, but not in the way that Seiya thought. I'm sorry, Minami. I followed Seiya away from the place. Dear, oh dear. Chapter 7. Alright, perfect. What's funny is I was so convinced I was going to get so far today that I pre-saved all the chapters. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to get so far. We're not. This is going to be my last chapter. I'm going to hopefully get to the end of it. And then I have to go do things and be a person in places. Since parting ways with Minami, Seiya and I had been bickering back and forth.
あなたは南にさらわれたのでしょそれなのに
Minami
どうして
abducted
私
you,
を
right?
止めたのですか
Why in hell's name did you stop me earlier? Actually, he took me because you put me in handcuffs. That's not exactly true. It was an abduction. Until I clear up this misunderstanding, I don't think he'll let me go. Besides, I realized it was moot at this point, given that I'd run away, but I still wanted Seiya to understand what I was doing. You should have let Seiya take care of him. Quiet! I admonished my other self and looked directly at Seiya. I wasn't abducted. I chose to leave with Minami. I intentionally fell asleep to warn him that you were coming to kill him. He seemed to read my thoughts, understood the situation, and helped me break out of here. My eyeball itches. Oh no. I'm okay. Stop being itchy. As expected, Seiya was lost for words. Still, I continued. That just goes to show how much I didn't want you to kill Minami. Seiya's expression twisted. He clearly didn't understand what I was trying to say.
どうして嫌だったのですか
Why didn't you want me to kill him? I didn't want him to disappear. Being honest with him might make me sound insane, but wouldn't you feel guilty lying to him? Oh well. The truth isn't always the right path. I don't know if I trust the voice in my head these days. I decided to be totally honest with him. No one should be erased forever, not even the demon that's after my
ま
soul.
んまと南の思惑にはまっていますよ
You've completely fallen for Minami's trap. Seiya's quite right. You stay quiet. I had expected Seiya to reject my thoughts, but I wasn't ready to back down just yet. I'm back! Picked up all the kiddos! Oh nice, yes, school started again here too. The times. This is a mistake. All I'm doing is facing down my burden. In the mortal realm, I avoided facing my fears with my career path. I think the god that sent me here saw that and wanted to show me the importance of facing my fears even when I don't want to. If I keep running from my problems, that won't lead to anything good. I think that's what the god is trying to tell me. Sure, I resent the god for sending me here, but if that was the case, then accepting my fate and facing my burden is what I have to do. It's the only way for me to go home. I don't want to run anymore. Seiya's brows furrowed and his expression
あな
soured.
たのその瞳には一点の曇りもなく迷いがない。いくら私が言っても聞かないでしょうね。
You're so certain, not even the slightest hint of hesitation in your eyes. I can tell no matter what I say, you won't listen to me.
ですが、南があなたを追ってここに来たら、私は迷うことなくあれを消します。
If Minami dares to approach and steps foot in this place, I won't hesitate to take him out down. If you do that, you'll end up hurting me. After all, this was my battle to fight. Finally, I think I understand. My burden isn't just Minami, it has to do with Seiya too. I had to learn to stand firm and say what I really thought. I need to stop worrying about what others think and live my own life. Let me say it clearly. If you do that, you'll be taking away my burden by my challenge to overcome. Please don't take away my struggle. It's mine to overcome. With that, silence descended on the room. For a moment, I thought of Minami, wondering if he was sensing my thoughts. What would he think about this all?
私としたことが
This is terrible.
いけないな。あなたを無事に返して差し上げたい。その願いが強すぎて本質を見誤っていました。
I wanted to help you return home so badly, I lost sight of what the true nature of you coming here was. Seiya stood up, then bowed deeply to me.
勝手な真似をして申し訳ありませんでした。
I apologize for overstepping my bounds. I am deeply sorry. Relief washed over me and I weakly fell into the chair behind me. Seiya looked up, saw me, and chuckled
どう
softly.
やら私はあなたの悩みの種だったようですね。
I suppose I'm partially to blame for this stress on yours. No, not that much of it. I got up from the chair, straightened myself, and looked back at him. Having you by my side helps me stay sane, thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Then it was my turn to bow. Seiya touched my shoulder, prompting me to look up at him.
私にはもうあなたは立派に成長したように見えます。ここに来た当初とは
You've already grown up so much. That expression of yours just now, it's like you're a totally different person.
写し代に帰った後も人生に迷わず歩んでいけるでしょう。
I'm sure you'll be able to live a life free of self-doubt when you return. Thank you so much. I smiled at him, my heart feeling lighter than it had in ages.
ですが、無事に帰ってほしいという願いは変わりません。
However, none of this changes my desire to see you return home safely. Seiya handed me his gun. I stared down at it wide-eyed and shook my head. I don't want this. I have no intention of hurting Minami.
あなたの身を案じることは許していただきたい。
I just want
こ
to
れ
know
だ
you're
けは
safe.
譲れません。
This is one thing I refuse to negotiate with you. Seeing how concerned he was, I knew I couldn't refuse. He's been worried about me from the start. He kissed my hand, then my forehead as his way of praying for my safety. Looking at the gun, I finally wrapped my fingers around it, accepting it. What a relief. Now we can protect ourselves if we have to. Holding the gun made me anxious and I flinched at the thought. No, that's not why I...
どうしたのですか？
What's the matter? Nothing. Seiya looked worried. If I mention the voice in my head, he'll think I'm just exhausted. I guess this voice is just another part of me that shows up when I'm really anxious. Perhaps it was something I created to deal with my worries. I promise I'll return this to you when I return home.
お願いします。ああ、それからローブも持って行きなさい。ないと困るでしょ。
Please see that you do, and take this robe with you. You might find it useful. I'm not gonna accept the robe. Hear me out, because I like Minami's robe. Right? 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 No, thank you. I'm pretty sure Minami wouldn't like it if I showed up with that. I could never accept the robe and the gun.
南に心まで奪われてはいませんよ
Don't tell me, has Minami stolen your heart? His suspicious glance made my heart skip a beat. Why is my heart racing? I couldn't make sense of this feeling. No way! Totally not! Not at all! Ew, gross, Minami. I laughed it off, but Seiya's scrutinizing gaze followed me as I retreated out of the room. She's like, bye! Time to head back to Minami's. Walking tall and proud, I felt a gentle breeze grace my face. Glancing over, I saw the massive Khalifa tree, its white flowers in full bloom. It's so calming here. Seeing the flower petals scattered on the ground, I gently bent down to pick one up.
何に使う気
What do you plan on doing with that? Hearing Minami's voice, I turned and saw him in the hallway. I can't believe he came all the way here. I quickly ran towards him. Minami! Minami glared at me. His cold stare stopped me right in my
どうして
tracks.
俺を助けた
Why did you save me? His voice was deeper than I'd ever heard it before, a sign of his anger at the actions I'd taken to save him. That gun. It's no ordinary gun. It could have killed you. Minami, I mean, if you had been shot, you would have...
そういうことを言ってるんじゃない
That isn't what I'm getting at, he yelled, making me jump
こ
back.
のためにするお前の言動が気持ち悪いそれなのに嬉しくてどんどん心が揺らいでいく
This guy's having a really hard time right now. You acted for my sake, which I find repulsive. Absolutely repulsive, yet it makes me happy. What is this? My heart is
よ
wavering.
って言ったじゃないか
I told you not to do that. Minami sighed, his bitterness causing my heart to ache. I worried that I had made the wrong decision to try and save him, but I couldn't just stand by. I don't want you to die, Minami. Our discussion was at a standstill, impossible for us to find a common ground. Oh, he's a tsundere. He's kind of a yandere. He wants her soul. Yanderes hurt you. Technically, it starts with Koyo. It's not Koyo. Starts with a K though. Is the tsundere? He's the bored demon guy. Minami closed his eyes tightly, and then when he oh, they're red. His eyes are red. Oh no. When he reopened them, I found all my strength had left my body. You messed up just now. I wonder if he's gonna kill us. That's not... I couldn't deny the possibility. Minami approached me slowly, a knife in his hand. He's that desperate for my soul. Well, I guess that makes sense. Wasn't a shock. He wanted to continue being a demon. He wanted to steal my soul. I hadn't thought he was willing to go this far, but remember what Seiya taught you. Oh. Instantly, I sharpened my focus. I made sure my willpower was strong enough to resist the demon's stare. But even now, Minami continued to walk towards me, putting the knife to my stomach. If I moved even an inch, it would slice me wide open.
今すぐ俺と魂の契約をしろしないならこのまま腹を刺す
Form a soul pact with me now or I'll stab
安
you.
心しろ死なない程度に痛めつけるから体も心も弱りきったお前なら洗脳しやすい
No, I'm listening. I think my hubby is a soft yandere. I don't know if that's good. No. Yanderes will kill you. Yanderes will also harm people around you if they feel like they're getting in. Yanderes are crazy. Like in a bad way. I like him. I know I'm a problem, but he is definitely not a good boy. So pushy. I know, right? Jeez. I'll ensure you endure enough pain without dying. Once your body and soul are exhausted, you'll be easy to manipulate. His eyes burned with madness. What's the term for obsessed but not murder? I don't know if I have one for that. Let's see. Dede. Yandere still pops up, but I don't know. I don't have all these yet. Oh, my computer just froze. I didn't click on that. I'm learning new Dede types as I go. Oh wait, someone literally said, what type is yandere but softer? This is a Reddit question. Let's see. Momokuri is a cute romance where a girl is close to yandere levels of obsession but without the stabbiness. Momokuri, but doesn't end in Dede. I don't like that. I was thinking Mega Dede, because Mega Dede are the ones that are just like love, 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 love you. And that's what the Mega stands for lots of love. And technically, Gil from Cupid Parasite is a Mega Dede, which turned into a yandere. Because Mega Dedes are a bit much. His eyes burned with madness as he glared at me. However, I recognized that madness wasn't all filled in his gaze. I saw it. The faint wavering in his eyes. I won't give in to this demon. Instantly, I found myself able to move. Phew, now we can kill him. Go on, take the gun out, do it. I don't like inner monologue me. What are you saying? It's kill or be killed. What? I am not going to kill him, and I'm not going to let him kill me. I quieted the voice in my head and spoke slowly. I am the same as you. His eyes wavered even more. Broken my control. He appeared shaken, but I didn't pause. I merely continued with confidence. If I had left everything to Seiya, I might have eliminated you and returned home. You're a burden to me after all. Makes sense, right? But I couldn't let him do that. My actions to stop Seiya were born of instinct, but they came from the heart. There is a Stephen King book that was made into a movie. I watched the movie. I did not read the book. It's called Riding the Bullet. And in this movie, he's got an inner monologue. And that inner monologue is manifested in the movie as like literally him talking to himself. Quite literally, a second version of himself is always like there off to the side, making commentary, saying things. And only he sees it. It's like his psychosis. And that's what this feels like to me. It's just weird. But like having this person like in her head going like, kill him. Like, nah. I've come to realize my feelings about you are changing. I saw him his grip on the knife loosen and it dropped to the ground. Minami clutched his throat, showing signs of distress. It hurts, you're driving me mad. There are two things I desire, yet I can only have one. I desperately want them both. You and to remain a demon? Question mark? I don't know. I'm going to return alive without killing you. Surely there's a way. Which is why I won't give up. You're so freaking annoying. I know, I've been told that before. Minami looked furious as he gazed down at the ground. If you're not gonna give up, then forget it. I surrender. You surrender? I can't take it anymore. Is he gonna faint? Oh, shit. I was joking. I wasn't expecting that. Suddenly, Minami weakly sat down on the ground. What's the matter?
カリファの空気に当てられてるぜ。ずっと踏ん張ってたけどもう限界。
It's probably the Khalifa air. I've been trying to stay strong, but I can't do it anymore. Oh, that's right. The Khalifa flowers are toxic to him. Let's just go home. We can figure it out later.
帰るってなんかいいね。当たり前みたいに一緒って感じ。
Man, he went to simp so fast. Boy, simp already? Go home. That sounds pretty nice. Like it's natural for us to be together. Minami finally smiled, but it made my smile fade. Before he was ready to kill me, but just as quickly he resorted to his usual self. I reached out to help him up. I helped Minami to his feet, wrapping an arm around his shoulder to support. Mm-hmm.
ねえ、さっきの言葉。俺の存在が変わってきてるっていうあれだけど。
How about what you said before about how your feelings about me are changing? You're seriously going to bring that up now?
だって気になるんだもん。
It's on my mind. I can't ignore it. After what he just did to me. I scared myself. Okay. I thought he wanted to cut off his feelings towards
どうい
me.
う風に変わってきてるの？教えてよ。
Why don't you explain how you feel about me? It's hard to put into words. I'm not exactly sure how to express these feelings.
は？何それ？最低だな。
What the hell? That's frustrating. Says the guy who just threatened me with a knife. Oh. It was rare to see him speechless, and I chuckled silently to myself. But it's true, I'm starting to feel differently.
好きってこと？
So, you mean you like me? I'm not exactly sure, but
身を挺してでも守ったんだから好きってことじゃないの？
you risked your life to protect me, you must have feelings for me.
好きじゃないとあんな風にしないでしょ。
You wouldn't do that if you didn't care. Okay. I get it. Calm down. The way Minami spoke without flinching made me blush.
ちょっと顔赤いんだけど。
Your
それってやっぱり好きってことじゃん。
is so rad. You definitely means you like me. No, I like you more like a friend. Like a friend.
友達なんてやだ。
I'm not interested in being just friends. Oh, as he spoke, he pulled me closer. Can we get away from the tree? Oh shoot, we got I was at a total loss. I'm at a total loss for words. This two CGs don't match. Whoa, whoa. Suddenly his face was inches from mine and our lips met. Whoa, whoa,
これ
whoa,
で友
whoa.
達解消だね。
Whoa. 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 We're no longer just friends, right? Our lips barely touched. Minami continued to whisper, his breath tickling my lips. I felt blood rush to my face and my body swoon in his arms. Feeling overwhelmed, I pushed Minami away. What are you doing?
痛い。弱ってるやつを突き飛ばすなんてひどい。
You you know what the hell? You know I'm already weak. Why are you pushing me now? Excuse you. You're the one who got out of line here. What were you thinking?
じゃあ宣言したらよかった？キスします。キスしたいです。キスさせてくださいって。
What? Did you expect a formal declaration? I'm going to kiss you. I want to kiss you. Please allow me to kiss you. It's actually romantic. So yes. Yes, I kind of, well, yeah. That's not the point.
わあ、怒られた。俺悪いこと何もしてないのに。したいことしただけなのに。
Why are you so upset? I didn't do anything wrong. I was just acting on my feelings, just doing what I wanted. I was legitimately angry with him, but Minami just collapsed on the floor, flailing about. He was acting so childish I could only sigh. Yet at the same time, my heart was racing in spite of myself.
ねえ、起こしてよ。俺力入らなくて無理。手。
Hey, come on, help me up. I'm too weak to stand. Please, Leah, your hand. Ugh. Despite my frustration, I reached out and helped him up.
ああ、体だるい。 このまま手つないでて。
I found it. He's a hiyakasurere. I learned so many new terms. I know, right? They're fun. It's fun. I actually saw a book the other day and I was like, ooh, and it was called Archetypes. I was like, ooh, archetypes. That's another word for dere types. I could come up with so many new words. I'm feeling weak. Can we keep holding hands? Ugh, fine. Fine then.
ねえ、俺にだけ優しくしていて。他のやつに触れるのを許したりしたら嫉妬で気が狂いそうになるから。
See, this is how you know he's a yandere. Take notes. Will you promise to be only kind to me? If you let anyone else touch you, I'll go absolutely crazy with jealousy. He smiled peacefully, yet his eyes did not share that sentiment. Don't be so creepy. The thought of him getting jealous made me shiver, and I fretted about the potential things he could do.
ねえ、ほんと怖いよね。他人のことで気が狂うかもしれないなんて気持ち悪い。
Right? It's truly frightening, the idea of becoming obsessed over someone. It's repulsive. I knew he was talking about himself. It wasn't the first time he had spoken like that to me, and it no longer seemed to bother me.
他人の気が狂う姿を見ていて愉快でたまらなかったのに、自分がこうなるなんて全く嫌になっちゃう。
I used to enjoy watching people go mad, but I never thought it would happen to me. This is terrible.
俺の感情を揺さぶるなんて、お前は大した人間だよ。
You must be pretty special if you're able to stir my emotions like this. Despite his protests, Minami looked like he felt genuinely tender towards me. He also seemed surprisingly cheerful, prompting me to stifle a giggle. We made our way back to town, but...
さーて、どっかで遊ぶ？それとも、俺ん家に帰る？
So, do you want to hang out somewhere, or do you want to go back to my place? Minami seemed to be back to his usual self, sure. Feeling uncomfortable, I could only give him a vague answer. I felt chills running down my spine at the looks I got from the various people in town. I didn't like walking around without the HO robe.
おーい、俺の話聞いてないでしょ。
Hello? You're not listening, are you? Oh, sorry.
ん？
Minami seemed to notice my discomfort and began looking around.
そういうこと。よし、ここからは俺のターンだな。
Oh, I get it. Alright, I guess this is where I take over, huh? Take over. He pulled me close and wrapped his arm
こ
around
い
me.
つに手出すやついたら殺すよ。
Anyone dare to do anything to her, I'll kill you. He shouted cheerfully. What are you doing?
だってこう言っておけば、お前を狙おうなんてやからいないでしょ。
I'm making an announcement. Nobody will try to mess with you. He was puzzled by my reaction and genuinely believed he was being helpful. I doubted anything I said would change his mind, and it was too late anyway.
ねえねえ、俺が守ってやったら、お前も俺を好きになるでしょ？
So if I protect you, you'll start to like me, right? Like me, I mean? Minami was very close, smiling at me. His words were so arrogant, but seemed to fit with his personality. Why does it matter? You don't care about my feelings, do you?
最初はそれでいいって思ってたけど、今。
In the beginning, I was content with just that, but now, Minami glanced at me, his intense look making my heart flutter.
抱きしめても抱きしめ返されなかったら満たされなくなっちゃってさ。
If I hug you and you don't hug back, it's not enough for me anymore.
舌を絡められないとぬくもりを感じられないっていうか。
Imagine translating this line. Like, that line. If we kiss, but I can't stick my tongue in, I can't feel your warmth. What? I couldn't help but cover my face. His bold words made me blush, yet he spoke as if it was nothing to him.
欲しいものは今までいっぱいあったけど、愛情が欲しくなったのは初めて。
I loved many things before, but this is the first time I've ever wanted to be loved back. His words were sincere and deeply human, but Minami seemed unable to fully embrace this genuine feelings of his. If I were to put it in his own words, you find these emotions disgusting, right? Minami smiled and
でも
nodded.
一度欲しいと思ったものは絶対に手に入れたい。
Once I desire something, I make sure I get
満た
it.
されすぎるくらいのたくさんの愛情。お前の愛情は一滴も他に与えさせない。すべて。
I love you
俺に
so
注いでみろ。
intensely. I feel like I'm going to burst, and I don't want to share your love with anyone else. I
そ
want
れ
it
くら
all.
いじゃないと嫌なんだよね。
If it's not that much, I won't accept it. His intense declaration made me wince, feeling overwhelmed by his all-consuming love.
なんでそんな表情すんの？
His
Yeah,
wedding vows
yeah.
will be wild. Why the long face? It's unpleasant. I mean, all this sounds very much like you, Minami, but I'm not sure that's the feeling I want.
じゃあ少しも意識してないの？
So you're saying you have no feelings for me? Faced with his question, I found myself unable to respond.
役割？
So you're telling me there's a chance? Don't be so quick to assume that. I realized how vigilant I had to be around Minami. Amid our playful banter, we had somehow wandered out of town. It's goodness, this guy. Hydrate. Yeah, I don't know why my redemptions aren't showing. That makes me sad. After returning to Minami's home, we sat at a table facing each other. I need to figure out how I felt about him and with my soul. I was curious as to why he was so intent on getting my soul. I knew that he wanted it, but it almost felt like an obligation to him.
ねえ、隣に座りたいんだけど。
I want to sit next to you. Get the weird boy, and he's instantly like attached. You can't. We need to have a serious talk. I pressed on. I need to know something. Why do you want my soul so much? Minami paused and looked away before
俺が
responding.
俺であるため、お前の魂がないと、俺は悪魔であることさえ忘れる気がする。
To keep myself. Without your soul, I feel I might forget I'm a demon. What?
自分が何者なのかわからなくなっていく苦しみが、お前にわかるか？
Can you imagine how painful it is to potentially lose yourself, to forget who you are?
悪魔だったのに、この腹の中にある魂のせいで。
I was a demon, but because of this human soul that's living inside me, he seemed irritated, almost resentful towards it. He looked at me as if recalling
あ
something.
あ、でも、お前にも少しは理解できるかもしれないの。
Maybe you do understand my perspective. I said it and then I couldn't say it. Maybe you do understand my perspective.
進路のことで悩むお前がそうだったんだから。
It's like how you feel about your career. What?
お前、どういう人間になりたいかって悩んでただろ
You're confused about who you want to be,
う。やり
right?
たいことが見つからなくて、進む道がわからなくて苦しんでた。
You were struggling to find your path. You were tormented by your own uncertainty, right? Actually, I see things a little differently now, ironically, thanks to that god. Being forced out of my reality, and after meeting Minami and Seiya, I experienced so many different things. Amidst all of these trials, I came to realize the value of confronting my problems. When I return, I'm determined to tackle my future career head on. I still don't have a goal or something to aim for just yet, but I'm not going to keep running away from my problems. As I spoke, dizziness overcame me. Hey! Unable to support myself, I leaned on the table, this feeling. Until then, it was just fatigue, but suddenly I felt truly sick.
ここの空気のせいで、だんだんと弱ってきているな。
You're becoming weaker because of the air here in hell. Minami approached, effortlessly picking me up and carrying me over to his bed. We're not done talking.
話し合いはもういい。意味がないんだから。それよりも、今は眠れ。
There's no need to continue. It's pointless. What matters now is that you get some rest. Hot dog. Though his tone was cold, he gently laid me down on the bed. I'm fine. We need to talk more. Lately, I've been falling asleep more quickly and had also begun to feel truly ill. My instincts told me I was running out of time.
いいから言うことを聞け。
Just do as I say for now. Just do as he says. He's a simple man. You're right, okay. I'll follow your advice, Minami.
素直に言うことを聞いてくれるのはいいんだけど、そういうお前って気色が悪いね。
It's nice you're listening to me for once, but at the same time, it's kind of weird, huh? Simply obsessed, yeah. He just can't help himself. Oh shoot, is chat also not loading? Okay, I probably should have just reopened OBS. It's the first time in a while I forgot to double check. Everything loaded right. I guess it didn't. Minami laid down next to me, pulling me in closer. It explains why I hadn't noticed chat for a minute. It's that sweet scent again. It was Minami's unique scent, oddly soothing, and it put me right to sleep. Perhaps not because I was in his embrace, but the aroma made me feel at ease. It was an odd contrast to how I used to feel around him. Thanks to you, Minami, I think I'll be able to sleep well. This scent brought me back to the moment we first met, when I lost consciousness, you know, and woke up. It was the fragrance that lulled me to sleep. Am I feeling sleepy already?
お前に分からせてあげ。俺の苦しみを。
I'll teach you. You'll understand the pain I'm enduring. That doesn't sound good. His voice faded into the distance. Concern. Worry. Same. Leah Ishiki closed her eyes peacefully and fell asleep. This is the bad music. She lay in my arms unresponsive. Yet I held her close. The feel of her body in my arms, her scent, the warmth of her being alive, I cherished it all. There will come a day when I can't feel this
お前とこ
anymore.
こに帰ってくる間中、ずっと考えていたんだけど。
I was thinking about this the whole time we were walking
一緒
home,
にい
but
られる未来なんてやっぱりないみたい。
I don't think there's a future where we can be together. I loved her, yet I knew there was no chance we could be
ハッ
together.
ピーエンドなんてありえないって教えてあげる。
I'll have to show you that there's no happy ending for us.
知るといいよ。諦めるってことを。
You should learn what it means to give up. She must learn. All that there can be ever between us is despair. Yay! Love it, love it. Is this a dream? A vast sunset stretched before me. As the scenery faded away, large mountains, a simple home, and a dirt path appeared. It all felt very ancient. I've seen this place before. In the memory Minami shared with me, this was where he met that man. This must have meant... As a young demon, I lived by haunting people's dreams, showing them nightmares, and feeding on their fears. Creating nightmares was effortless for me. I was born with that power, but that was it. I could merely show them things. I couldn't sway them. I didn't have the power to sway someone's emotions. I hated that powerless feeling. I was doomed to remain powerless for the rest of my life. I had all but given up hope. But he was different. His heart, filled with shadows and stress, somehow comforted me. Night after night, I plunged him into despair, slowly penetrating the depths of his heart. If he had a weakness, then even I could take advantage of him. That realization gave me confidence. With him, I believed his soul pack was within my grasp, and indeed it happened. I was able to take his soul for myself. Yet from that moment on, I was only tormented by nightmares. His soul was too pure, never fully bending to my will. Worse, his traits began seeping into me. He often neglected his own desires. He possessed a strong desire to care for others. He was a man filled with a sense of justice. Such attributes overwhelmed me, turning into a poison that rotted me from the within. It was toxic to me. Bit of coughing on. I'm ready for the lesson. I feel sick, yearn to expel him as that sensation consumed me day after day. Yet, once a soul was taken, it was extremely hard to expel. But there was one way. By consuming another soul of equal purity to nullify the first. Yet a soul with a purity like his was hard to find. Each soul is unique after all. After years of searching, though, I finally found her, a human girl with a soul as pure as the man I had met before.
それがお前の魂だ。今を逃したら、俺はまた何年かかるかわからない魂探しに逆戻り。
The soul I need is yours. If I let this chance slip away, it could be centuries before I find another soul like yours.
そうこうしているうちに、俺じゃなくなっていく。
As time passes, I continue to lose my sense of myself. He looked both sad and angry at his situation, so that's what this was all about. Thinking back, Minami had mentioned something similar when we first met.
ああ、そうだよ。こいつの魂が欲しくてたまらなくてさ。長い間待っていた甲斐があったよ。
See, she's not like other girls. She's crazy pure, yo. It's why she can have a god obsessed with her. It's why she can have any ghost she wants. I understand what he meant by that. He'd waited so long for a soul like mine, watching me from the mortal realm, waiting for his chance. My soul was irreplaceable to him.
自分じゃなくなっていくっていうのがどれだけ恐ろしいことか。お前にわかる？
Realizing you're losing yourself, it's scary, isn't it?
死と同等だ。
It's like facing death. I couldn't tear my eyes from him. He looked shattered and trembled violently. I'd never seen him so scared. The reason he couldn't give up on my soul was because he'd lost himself without it. But I too, wait, what if Minami isn't my burden? For a moment I thought about giving up. Suddenly I was consumed with despair and everything before me went dark.
やっとわかったようだな。俺を説得するのは無理だと。
Finally, I think you get it now. It's pointless for you to try and talk me out of this. I had no response. He seemed to revel in my reaction, his face wide with a smirk as he spoke.
お前はここの空気に染まっていくほど弱っていく。
The more the air here seeps into you, the weaker you'll get.
俺はだんだんと自分を見失っていく。
And the more I'll lose myself.
二人して絶望だ。
It spells the end for both of us. The end.
諦めろ。お前は俺を消さない限り帰れないんだ。
Give it up. You won't be able to go home until you get rid of me. No matter how I looked at it, all hope seemed lost. Maybe because this was Minami's dream. When I most needed to hear the other voice in my head, it remained silent. I can't believe I'm relying on that other me now. Fall into despair? That sounds like an idea. Found no answer. All I could do was stare down at the floor. Minami offered a wary smile.
他に道がないわけじゃ。
There's another way. He muttered almost to himself. He snapped his fingers. And my consciousness sank into an ever deeper darkness. Oh, nothing cool happened? I thought it'd be an insta-death. Hang on, this is not what I wanted. She continued to sleep when I picked her up.
お前の居場所はもうここじゃないよ。
This is no longer a place for you. It was a mistake for me to bring her here, but I couldn't help it. Her words made me.
帰る。
Let's go home. I said home. Hearing that filled me with such happiness, I instinctively drew closer to her, even though I knew she was growing weaker each day. She could only survive a short while outside of the HO, so...
体だる
I feel so gross. Gonna go back. I thought I was gonna get an insta-kill, like he was gonna be like, let's make a pact now, kind of thing. Didn't happen. Despite the darkness and that hope seemed lost, I knew that nothing good would come from falling into despair. We'll find a way for both of us. Minami shot me a dubious look.
綺麗事だお前は俺を消すこと以外に帰る道はない
You're being naive. There's no way you can return home without getting rid of me.
俺はまあお前を殺して憂さ晴らしてもするかな
As for me, I'm bored. Maybe I'll kill you for entertainment. Minami joked, ignited my anger. Stop saying things like that. One of us sacrificing ourselves isn't the solution here. I touched the glass separating us, longing to be closer to him. I'm serious about this, so don't run away, Minami. You need to think hard about this too. Gonna hiccup. I spoke earnestly to both him and to me.
お前がそれを言うか現実では嫌なことから逃げてばかりいたお前が
Look who's talking. You're always running from what you don't want to face.
神もさぞ喜んでることだろうよ思い通りにことが運んでさ
God must be having a field day with this all going according to his plan. Minami's dismissive tone forced a long sigh out of me. You give up so easily. Hard to believe there's anything with a strong will inside you. He touched his chest where the man's soul was. His face couldn't hide his surprise. You have been a great demon, at least to me. His cheeks seemed to flush red, then he looked pained.
これは計算か
That was unexpected. Am I wrong? I looked at him triumphantly. Minami took a deep breath and then smiled.
ああダメだね
Yeah, you are. He suddenly snapped his fingers. Perhaps it was his way of helping me rest, and I soon fell into a deep, dark sleep. I rose, gazing at her sleeping beside
お願
me.
いだからもう諦めて
Should I go back? Is that a different ending? Did I actually have a different ending and I got confused? Wait. Just in case. Let's go a second more.
ああ体
Because I assumed after he woke up, this part would be the same. She was still asleep as I settled her on the bench by the Khalifa tree. Suddenly, something from Leah's bag fell out. I bent down to pick up and found it was the gun Seiya had aimed at me. I couldn't help but suppress a chuckle.
こんなの持ってたんだ
Really? I didn't know you had this. I picked it up and
いいこと
smiled.
思いついちゃった
This gives me a good idea. Quickly, I slid the gun into my pocket. My intentions haven't shifted. I'm certain Leah understands that now. Moreover, she's fully placed her trust in me.
うんダメだ笑ってる場合じゃないっつうの空気悪い
This isn't the time to fool around. The air's terrible here. Feeling weak, I attempted to walk away.
珍しいお客様ですね
Well,
まさか
fancy
ここ
seeing
に
you
来る
here.
とは
Seiya approached, made me grimace.
会いたくない顔
The last guy I was hoping to see.
彼女のためにここまでするとは随分と変わったのですね
I'm surprised to see you go to such lengths for her. Perhaps you really have changed.
バカ言うな俺は何も変わってない
Don't be ridiculous. I'm the same I've always been.
何か企んでいるなら今度こそ容赦しませんが
Know this. If you're plotting something, I won't hesitate to destroy you.
そう好きにしたら
Yeah? I'd like to see you try. Ignoring Seiya's threat, I walked away. Interesting, interesting. Okay, we're gonna go back to the other option. I don't want to get too far into chapter 8 because I am going to be ending my stream in 20 minutes, so maybe, I don't know. I don't know. He's still going to put me under the tree?
お願いだからもう諦めて
Please, I'm begging you, just give up. If you decided to give up, I'll support you. I love you! Oh no! The words barely left my lips when a warmth filled my heart. This warmth should feel wrong, but
そんなに悪くないのかもね
maybe it's not so bad after all. She continued to sleep and I picked her
お
up.
前の居場所はもうここじゃないよ
This is no longer a place for you. It was a mistake for me to bring her here, but I couldn't help it. Her words made me.
帰る
Aha.
珍しいお客
That's where it repeats. Okay, okay, okay. I see, I see. Oh, man. Let's see. I mean, I have 20 minutes before I was going to end my stream. It's fine. It's fine. We can get a little bit of Chapter 8 started. And that'll be better for the next stream, right? She said, lying to herself. Right? It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. We'll end it after this. I woke up rubbing my eyes after a deep sleep. I felt refreshed and my nose was filled with a pleasant smell. Wait, that's sun. Glancing around, I noticed the Khalifa tree nearby. Why am I in the HO courtyard? I've been sleeping at Minami's place and...
目が覚めたようですね
I see you've woken up. Oh, Seiya. I saw Seiya approaching from the hallway. Did he bring me here? But how?
南があなたをここへ連れてきたのですよ
It was Minami who brought you here. He did. Minami hates the Khalifa tree, yet he came here for me. His kindness touched me, and warmth spread through my chest. If Minami did all this for me, my time must really be growing short. Actually, I feel that as well. I need to find a solution, or this place would become my grave. But what can I do? Seeing Minami's memories had confused me all the more. I couldn't just let him have my soul, and yet we also needed to expel the soul of the man inside him. There just doesn't seem to be enough time for us to figure it out. Desperate and without a good solution, I grew irritated. I don't get it. Why not just kill Minami and go home? Just as expected, I heard the voice, its tone more aggressive than before. He's a demon. It's okay to kill him. This is not a voice in your head. It can't be. Is he just disguising his voice as your voice? Does he think that's gonna work? Is it just him pretending to be your voice? Be quiet. You sure you want that? You can't go home until you kill him. I said stop. Remember, he said killing him is the only way. Stop it. My shout made Seiya's eyes grow wide. Oh.
相当に参ってきているようですね
You must be really, really feeling ill. His concern was so genuine I had to look away then.
おはよう起きたみたいだね
Morning, you're awake. Minami?
木更木駅に急いできてお前の電車がホームに来てるから
Head to Kisaragi Station quick, your train's waiting. What does he mean? I couldn't grasp his words. How could my train have come? I haven't come to any solution. No one explained any further and the place fell silent.
一つ言っておきます
That
最
reminds
も
me.
大切なのは
Trust in
自
yourself,
分を
that's
信じる
all I
こ
will
とです
say. Seiya seeing my bewilderment, spoke those words and left. I stood dumbfounded, not understanding. The train shouldn't be here. Oh, that's right. I remember when Reika boarded the train. Minami must have confused it with a train meant for someone else. Seeing as Minami stayed silent, I had no choice but to go and explain myself. Guess I might as well head to Kisaragi Station. There's no train. I arrived at the station but saw no train. Maybe the person the train was meant for already boarded. Looking around, I spotted Minami on the platform. He was a short distance away, holding something in his hand. Seeing it, he walked over. Me, not it.
待っていたよ。
I've been waiting for you. He tossed what was in his hand over to me. It was the gun Seiya had given me, and it was slid gently to my feet. Why do you have this? I immediately reached into my pocket. Just as I feared, it was gone.
お前を HO に連れて行った時、それが落ちてさ。こんなもの隠し持っていたなんてね。
It fell out when I took you to the HO. I had no idea you brought this thing with
俺
you.
を殺す機会を狙っていたなんて驚きだ。でも、おかげで正気に戻れたよ。
I had no idea you were planning on killing me. Now I fully understand your intentions. Minami smirked, finding something amusing in the situation. That's not it. Seiya gave it to me for protection.
ご信用ね。誰から身を守るための
Protection, Protection from who? This is just a big misunderstanding. Believe me, you know me. You can read my thoughts.
お前嫌がったじゃない。思考を読むなって。だからあれ以来してないよ。
You didn't like it when I read your mind. You told me to stop. I haven't done it since then.
俺はお前が好きだから嫌がることはしない。でも、お前は違った。
Because I loved you, I didn't want you to do anything bad to you. Because I loved you, I didn't want to do anything bad to you. But you, on the other hand,
ま、そうだよね。お前は俺を好きじゃないんだからさ。
clearly you don't feel the same about me. You think I betrayed you.
無理もないでしょ。はあ、人間のこんな小娘に騙されるなんて。俺も落ちたもんだ。
What am I supposed to think? To think even a human brat like you could trick me. This really is the end for me.
ね
His eyes are red. Hey, Leah, don't look in the eye. Don't look him in the eye. His eyes flashed. Oh no, I let my guard down. I couldn't move. He completely overpowered me. I wanted him to tell him it was all a misunderstanding. His power is overwhelming. His strength had grown. It was crushing me. It was as though he was squeezing my heart with his bare hands. I sensed Minami's seriousness, which filled me with deep sorrow and pain.
どっちにしろ、こうなる運命だったなら、あの時にお前を刺しておけばよかった。
If it was destined to end this way, I should have acted sooner. Please don't say that. Let me explain. I pleaded silently, knowing he couldn't hear. The pain was unbearable.
俺はお前の魂が欲しい。お前は俺を殺さないと帰れない。
I want your soul, and you can't go home until you kill me.
それなら、どっちかが消えなきゃいけない。
There's no other way. Only one of us is going to win here. He's trying to hurt you, to manipulate you. Minami would never do that. Then how do you explain this? I tried to block everything out and resist the power. I tried to keep my heart strong. But his spell was stronger than before, making it impossible to
でも
resist.
悲しいことにさ、俺がお前を好きなのはどうやっても変わらないんだよね。
What's sad is I can't change the feelings I have
だ
for
から
you.
一方的にお前を傷つけるのは気が引けるんだ。
That's why it pains me to be the one causing you to hurt like this. I gasped as he snapped his fingers. My right arm began to move. What's he doing? He picked up the gun, guiding my hand towards it.
ね
Hey, Leah. Minami made my hand grasp the gun and called out to me
え、
weakly.
正気のうちに最後に言っておくね。
Just let me say this while I still have my
大
mind.
好き。
I love you? His voice was hoarse. His head bowed. I couldn't see his face. Is he
大
crying?
好きだから、お前にチャンスをあげる。俺を殺すチャンスを。これが俺の良心だ。
Because I love you, I'm giving you a chance, an opportunity to kill me. This is the only good thing I can do.
これから俺はこの感情を消して、悪魔としてお前に襲いかかるから。
I'm going to put my desire aside. I'm not going to do what a demon would do and attack you. He tightened my grip on the gun and then turned and began to walk away. What a relief. Let's kill him and get out of here. No. Even now, you hesitate? You can't reason with him. Don't you get it? Use the gun in your hand and stop him. No. Minami paused a short distance away. I heard him take a deep breath, his back still to me. Then he turned to face me again. His eyes were wild, and I noticed a long knife in his hand.
殺し合いをしよう。
Let's fight to the death. Tears welled up in my eyes. This is so messed up. His smile disappeared and his eyes lost their color. Then he changed directions at me. Get your gun ready, hurry. I can't do this. Then you're gonna die. He was right in front of me. Point gun! We're gonna point the gun first. I have 10-ish minutes, right? Before I have to leave, so. I pointed the gun.
よくできました。
Great job. If I felt a kind touch on my head and opened my eyes. Oh no! They're going to Naruto us! It's Itachi all over again. The hand I thought held the knife was gently patting my head. Why?
得意って言ったじゃん。
I told you I'm good with magic. His expression was pain, but Minami forced a smile. Suddenly his spell lifted and I clutched my head, feeling like I was losing my mind. My voice broke. Only grunts remained.
騙されてやんの。バー
Gotcha, you sure are a dummy. Despite his pain, Minami smiled weakly, then stumbled forward. I caught him preventing his fall. You're lying,
好
no.
きな女に殺されて、好きな女が絶望して。
To be killed by the woman I love, to see the woman I love in despair.
なんて
How comforting.
心地いいんだろう。
I'm so sorry, what have I
よか
done?
ったこれで帰れるね。
I'm glad, now you can go home. Can I? Will the train show up right now? Tears began streaming down my face, words escaped me. He orchestrated his own end. He did it all so I could return home. Such tragedy, such despair.
最後にちょうだい。
Is it a kiss? He wants a kiss? It's the end. Can I have it? Aw, his sleeves. His unique scent tickled my nose. I thought I felt his breath and his tongue. Then he forced his lips on top of mine. He bit down hard on my lip, and the taste of iron quickly spread through my mouth. Okay, that's a bit much.
おいしい。全身でお前を感じながら死ねる。だって。
Okay. Delicious. I can't believe I can die feeling you entirely. Why is he smiling at a time like this? His body slowly crumbled as if he was sinking into the sand. No, please don't. Don't go. I clung to him, trying to keep him here with me, but his presence slowly faded. Then he gave me one last final smile. Leah,
愛してる。
I love you. Those were his final words. I cried and cried, lost in a daze. I eventually stood up. Turning around, the train was there, silently awaiting its sole passenger. I'm sorry. A jolt and I was back in reality, another dream. Since that day, how many times have I seen it? How many times had the nightmare haunted me? My hands shook each time. I felt the cold steel curative of the trigger on my fingers when I shot him, the jolt of the gun. Hey, remember I helped you too. Yeah, you're right. We did it together. Because we confronted him, we overcame our fear. Right now, I gotta focus on my career. I gotta get stronger. Girl's talking to herself out loud. I wonder if the god who spirited me away was happy about all this. Imagine Minami's angry reaction brought a smirk to my face. Why are you laughing? Nothing. Just, you wouldn't get it. However, how here I was, not fleeing from this voice anymore. I'd come to accept it. This once overwhelming voice felt almost comforting. Now, why don't you go to sleep? He's waiting for you there. Minami visited me in my dreams every night, stirring my heart. His love, so kind yet so twisted, assured me he'd always be a part of me. So I looked forward to sleep, content. Cruel? Is this cruel? Good night. Good night, Leah. And ending, imaginary nightmare. Well, it's officially the time I was actually going to stop my stream. So instead of doing the other ending now, we will end it here. And then on my next stream, we'll start with the right answer because I knew that was the wrong answer. And I was like, hey. Interesting, interesting, interesting. What's with the second voice? Okay, so to get onto Minami's route, you have to bring her insanity up. And so her brain kind of splits when her insanity gets up. And so she has a second voice talking to her in her head. It's also why I wasn't getting Minami's route right away, because I was trying to keep her insanity down. Because that's what you're usually supposed to do. He's the first route where you need the insanity to be a little high. And then she starts hearing a voice. It's crazy. Let's see if there's anybody to raid before I say goodbye and get ready for my day. I will be at Samurai Comics tonight announcing comics. It's our first one for the new year. Let's see. Well, Eugene, thank you. Thank you, Katie, for being here. Thank you, Delightful. Thank you, Ray. I'm trying to remember if anyone else popped in. We had a first time for Burinrin. Oh, let's raid Zajori. This is one of our friends who we've done collab streams on Trico's channel for. If I recall, they didn't trust me at one point, but to be fair, I was the bad guy like 10 times in one of our games. All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here with me today. We will continue 9 R.I.P. because I'm silly and I start a little bit later, but we do have Verche streams scheduled for the rest of the week. I might change Thursday to 9 R.I.P. just to finish 9 R.I.P. and then do Verche, but we'll see. Actually, no, wait. Is it Thursday? It's Friday. It's Friday's stream. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a great day. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember I stream about 3 times a week on Twitch, and you can come over here and watch me live. I hope you guys have a lovely day. My voice is cracking. Okay. Okay, bye.